Yo, welcome back, everybody. It's another wonderful episode of the Virtual Man Cave podcast. It's the usual suspects minus a few. All right, Leo, thank you for turning your camera on, man. We appreciate that.
I'm fucked up in the game. My bad.
It's all right, though. It's all good. But, yeah, it's the usual suspects, man, minus a few, man. If you don't know, I'm about to introduce the crew. Yo, I got my good brother Leo over there to the right, to the left of me. You know what I'm saying? I don't know which side we viewing it on. But he's going to say what you want to say, but you can't say because you might get blocked on social media. Up next, you know what I'm saying? You see the name, the chef, aka the coach, you know what I'm saying? He going, you know what I'm saying? He gonna make your kids run suicides, but he's make sure he got a good healthy peanut butter and jelly sandwich on the sidelines for him. You know what I'm saying? Got my good brother Arthur Sobers right there, the Panamanian professor right there. Every time we make mistakes, he's always gonna get it correct. You know what I'm saying? Last but not least, you got me, model citizen Jay from around the way. And yo, this is the crew that we got tonight for the Virtual Man Cave podcast, yo. What's good, fellas?
What up? What up?
Ain't much. Now, I hope y'all enjoyed that little intro video that we had, man. We try and do a little something to expand what we got going on over there. We still need those donations, though. You know what I'm saying? So if you want to help us out in any way, shape, form, or fashion, son, y'all see the Cash App down there, $ Virtual Man Cave. We need those donations, yo. And I will say though, we did practice that though, you know what I'm saying? The intro, then we all turn our cameras on, and in the practice we was looking perfect. I ain't gonna hold you. We were so hyped that we thought we was gonna do it on the intro video.
And then Jay fucked it up.
Oh, I messed it up. I was good, son. You was the last one. You know what I'm saying? Like Arthur, Troy, we was over there. We was running 3-man weave. We passed you the ball. It goes out of bounds. Turnover. But nah. Real quick though, just to get it started. We gotta set it off real fast since we got the NBA going on, yo. So the NBA Finals Game 7, man. Who y'all got, man? Or do y'all really care?
Pacers. Underdogs. Gonna shock the world tomorrow.
Yeah? I don't know, man. Might be OKC, man.
Well, no, I'm gonna stick with my original joint because I did say even when OKC was down, I still said OKC. So I'm gonna stick with them.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick to my guns. I'm gonna say OKC.
Yeah, Arthur, you sure you said OKC, man?
Don't do that. You're not gonna bait me. You're not gonna bait me. You're not gonna bait me this time,
I'm
buddy.
just asking. I'm honestly asking.
You know I didn't say Indiana. I mean, I said OKC by default. What do you want, dog? What do you want?
You did? All right, cool. All right, if you say so.
Move.
I'm be real with you. I don't even remember who I said, but I think I said Indiana, so I'm just gonna rock with Indiana. That's what
but that Pascal Siakam shit, that nigga really had his eyes in the back of his head. That shit was wild, bro. What the fuck was that about?
What?
No, he was possessed by the basketball god, Joe. I mean, that was an evil dunk he did, son. I don't know.
But his name is gonna be crazy. They say if they win, he's gonna be forever called the Thunder Taker.
The Thunder what?
The Thunder Taker.
The Thunder. Oh,
that's wild. I don't know if
because how he had his eyes rolled behind his head and shit.
Yeah.
Oh, Thunder Take. Gotcha. I was like, I don't even know what that means.
Yeah.
Undertaker.
What happened?
You didn't see the pictures with him in the Undertaker outfit with the hat on and his eyes rolled back and shit?
No.
Nah, I didn't see that meme.
I didn't see that.
Oh man, that shit's wild, bro. What?
Yeah, I swear the internet's undefeated, Joe.
Of course. This nigga's thinking about bullshit every day. Every second.
Yeah. You ain't never lost, son. The best part is they find ways to get paid of it, and we still gotta go.
I think they got people that make memes as soon as shit happens.
Listen,
niggas just know how to fuck with that shit. Niggas know how to. There's niggas online that's what the fuck they do.
Yeah, they wait for shit to happen. They watch every event. They watch everything to go down just to make a meme.
I give them much respect because they figured the loophole on how to get paid, yo. Make these quick memes, get these quick dollars, yo.
Yeah, that's money. That's quick money.
On it.
There you go.
Yeah, that's wild. Did he really do that or they photoshopped that?
No, he did that shit.
He did that in the game. the pregame shit when they was all in the huddle before the game, before they got out the tunnel and shit, or halftime. One of them.
That's wild.
That's what I'm saying, yo. NBA really WWE in this motherfucking boy.
That's wild as hell.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I'm not saying the outcomes of WWE, but they promoting this bullshit.
Listen, you know they gotta sell this series any which way possible. You see it went to Game 7. They was like, listen, we gotta stretch this out and get this money, this TV commercial time and all this good stuff. Yo, Art, you good, man? You out there fighting Jumanji or something? Jurassic Park's in your backyard?
I'm good.
Well, you was looking at your arm, so like you just got bit by a pterodactyl or something. But
you see a dog right there?
Yeah, I see his dog. His dog ain't help him too, obviously, because Arthur over there getting beat up. His dog like, I'm gonna mind my business, player. Better you than me. But did y'all see the video about Kenya Martin say he don't feel safe in Memphis?
Yeah,
I was saying that. I don't think he said that. I think he said any players that's saying that.
No,
not
he
him.
said it. No, he said it on Gil's Arena. He said he don't.
Oh,
feel
word?
safe. Yeah, he said it.
Well, they was responding to what? Oh, go ahead. You got the clip.
Comments about Memphis.
He told the truth. I mean, Memphis is cool for certain people, but like for others, like it ain't.
Everywhere a little dangerous though.
No, it ain't as
That 90s internet.
people would not have wanted to play there as an NBA player. I didn't feel, even though I ventured out in certain things, but certain environments, I did not feel safe. Not to say that the people of Memphis are bad people. As the old saying goes, few bad apples can ruin the whole bunch, right?
I don't know. I'd rather go to. Well, they should move it to Nashville then.
That's what we're talking about. Keep it in the state. Did Stephen A. go too far?
Nah,
What y'all think?
Stephen A. just spit out facts, man. He just spit out statistics. That's all he did. You know, I mean,
that's true. Well, I mean, is that why people
are players scared to fucking go play in Memphis?
Well, I don't know if all players, but you just heard Kmart, so I don't know if all players are.
I mean, Kmart ain't playing like 15 fucking years.
But Kmart was like he was an enforcer, kid. You know, he was.
But that's the thing. If he ain't playing 15 years and he's still talking about how bad he thinking about how bad that shit was back then. You know what I mean? So it either got worse or whatever. Because look at Jai. He can't leave gun culture alone at all.
I mean, my whole thing is, what the fuck was the point of Stephen A. bringing that up anyway? Like I'm with Ja on that. It's the fucking finals. It's a good ass finals going on, and I don't know what was the point.
So let me ask you this: is Stephen A. Smith and Kenya Martin just out of touch? Because I'm pretty sure back when Kmart was playing, it didn't matter what city he was in. Every city got a ghetto in America. Every city got a hood. Is it because he's not outside anymore, quote unquote, so to speak, that he just saying,
nigga, Memphis is the murder capital of America. That's the reason why. That's why they're bringing it up. But they could be every hood, but their hood is extra hood, nigga. That's why. And I think the only reason why they bringing this shit up is because even though the finals is going on, trades are happening right now. So that's why the talk is what it is. They're trying to get people to go to Memphis, but there must be a reason. They're just throwing a reason out why niggas don't want to go to Memphis. Because they're like, nah, I ain't trying to die early.
But if you're
whatever the case may be.
But if you're $1 million dude, just stay out them hoods.
Like that, exactly.
You know,
but that's the thing. That's the thing. These niggas don't know how to do that. That's the problem. We all know that. That'd be the problem. You know what I mean? All these niggas is little Steven Jacksons.
You're checking in?
Shit, ain't Chicago the same, right? You can say the same shit about Chicago when niggas don't want to play in Chicago either.
Yeah, just stay out the hood. Like, stay out the South Side.
Detroit, right? The fuck?
Right.
Sacramento.
Yeah, but I guess there's more. They must be murdering niggas more in Memphis than anywhere else.
So, but here's the thing: you don't hear about Memphis with as far as gun violence, all you hear about is Chicago. Like the media picks certain cities to highlight. All you hear
Yeah,
about
because Chicago's more popular. Chicago's popping.
right.
Memphis, nobody talk about Memphis. You know what I mean? But when we talk about Glorilla and shit,
Hold up, ladies and gentlemen, man. Listen, this is an honor and a pleasure. We just spoke about the Brody.
Don't do that. Don't do
We,
that.
we got we got we got the mayor, son.
oh
We
shit,
went
Don't
with
do that.
honors,
Oh
yo.
snap!
You know what I'm saying? His benevolence has come out his council office, and he took time from signing papers and dealing with the council people, and came to hang out with the degenerates at a virtual man cave, yo.
Corey
Degenerates.
J. Allen.
Yes, sir. I'm not. I'm a degenerate myself. Then I got my red cup. Let's go. Y'all talking about Kmart? Says he doesn't feel safe in Memphis. First and foremost, what up, fellas? How y'all doing?
What up? What
Yo,
up?
we good, my brother. How you
My
feeling?
guys, how y'all been? For real, for real.
Chilling.
Good.
Listen, it's still men's mental health month, man. We chilling, man. We good. Nobody care but us, kid.
Nobody gives a fuck, bro, about us. Our health, your mental health. It's like, oh my god, yo. The worst thing in the world is being next to a black chick who don't give a fuck about nothing. She's like, oh my god, you're so weird. You care about feelings. Get out my face. Like, if I talk to these hoes nowadays about your feelings, you're gonna get shut the fuck down like ASAP, bro. ASAP.
You ain't supposed to have feelings. You a man. Like, all right, shorty.
Yeah, for real. For real.
Yeah, I hate you. uh,
Well, a nigga ain't supposed to cry and shit.
nope.
I ain't gonna hold you though. Y'all ever watch the movie? Not the movie. It's a show called Black Mirror.
Nah, I
I
never
ain't
watched
never
it.
seen that.
I
Nah,
watched
it's
one
on
episode and that shit was
Wild
crazy.
Series.
Bro, there was an episode on Black Mirror where these two astronauts were in space and they had like bodies that they can go into.
Yo,
Go in this
homie stole
chamber.
his family, son.
Yeah.
Stole his family and everything.
But when his family got killed, the dude's family got killed. And so he let the dude in space use his body to, get some time on Earth again, right? Because they were up there for like 2 years. And so then the dude gets on the phone with his wife and she's like, how do you do today? He goes, well, he cried like a baby. He says, in front of you? And I'm like, I felt that. I'm like, and he's like, in front of you? Are you serious? Point is, yeah, it's not healthy to hold our emotions inside, but that's what we do as men. We bottle shit up. We bottle it up and we just let it metastasize. You know what I'm saying? Until it gets bigger and then until it fucking kills us.
Explodes.
Listen,
Yeah,
that's
and
why you better be like Troy. You better go cook up a meal. That's his outlet. You better be like Arthur, lift some weights. That's his outlet. You better be like Leo, go fight crime. That's his outlet. You know what I'm saying? I ride my e-bikes. Corey, you just be outside. You know what I'm saying? That shit
Or
I
or or
I
or
drank.
or check this out. Or get a girl that actually gives a fuck.
Yeah, yeah. But
That's
that's kind of
that's
You know
like.
what I'm saying?
I mean,
I
if you
mean, you
don't
get
already
that
have it,
too, but you
easier
also got to
said
have
than done.
your personal outlets. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
because even your girl will get on your nerves every now and then.
Yeah, but if you can't cry in front of your chick, that's whack as fuck.
So what if your chick like, nigga, man up, you bitch ass nigga, always crying to me and shit, nigga.
Then she could move.
finding a good girl nowadays is like finding a cool ranch Dorito chip in a pit full of fat bitches. It's not gonna happen, bro. It's like it's hard.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying nowadays.
Hard.
But I mean, I'm pretty sure all of us here, whoever has a who's married or who's been with their girl, I'm pretty sure y'all can cry in front of y'all chick.
Of course, I mean, yeah.
Am I wrong?
But
No,
do you?
I
Do
was gonna
you though?
ask that. I mean,
I
thank you,
have,
Leo.
I
I
have.
have, and it hasn't been a problem.
I have. It ain't been a problem.
No, it's not. It's not about being a problem. It's being about, do you feel? Well, obviously, yeah, you should feel comfortable, but do you feel comfortable enough to always, like, you know what I'm saying, like, crying to your lady, bro? Like, you know what I'm saying, like,
Yeah, if it comes to it, I do feel comfortable.
Yeah, if I
Now,
had to.
But you don't do it often. Like you wouldn't do it
No, we
often.
don't do it
Though.
exactly.
You
We
know what
don't
I'm
do it
saying?
often to the point
And
where
why don't you
it
though? That's what I'm saying. Like, why don't you though?
Because we
Because
don't
well,
cry
it's
often. And
well, we
what you cry
shouldn't.
about?
None of us should be that bitch made.
there you go. And that's what I'm talking
no,
about.
no, no, no,
now
no.
see, because
That's
Leo,
Okay,
exactly what the
so
fuck.
exactly.
There you go.
there's a
That's where I'm trying to get to.
there's a difference between expressing emotions on some stuff that really hurts and
Yeah,
being
yeah.
over emotional.
Mm.
Now, if you crying over
Say it again,
everything,
Art.
oh my
Art, say
god,
it again.
work.
It's a
They
difference.
laughed at me at work. Oh my god, you start. Come on, that's that. Come on, man,
Yeah,
stop.
I mean, it's
Say that shit again, Art.
It gotta be
but
something real. It gotta be something
right. It's
real.
got to be
You
something
know,
real.
Word,
somebody
word.
a close family member passes away. You know what I'm saying? You on bended
Yeah,
knee,
something
can't
like
do
that, or
nothing.
you
Yeah,
break
Yeah,
down.
yeah.
Like,
yeah.
How about just life be life and the nigga just
I was just about to say
over
that. You know,
emotional.
you might. Nah, your life
oh,
could be
that's
getting the best
different
of
though.
you.
But if you know shit's building up, that makes sense. But just to be doing it,
Talking about I had a rough day today. I got a flat tire. My boss yelled at me. I
Oh
I mean,
nah,
can't
that,
you
take it.
going.
I
Yeah,
mean,
If your
you going
boss
yeah,
yells
you
at you
can't
and you
do that.
cry, you girl,
Yeah, you
well,
can't
you're
do
gonna
that.
have
But
no.
like,
But
bitch.
here's the thing: you're gonna have some emotion.
You're
You're
a
gonna have some
bitch.
feelings
There's
about
no
But
that.
that's
question.
but
My
what
boss
happened to
yelled at me.
But you're not
what
gonna
happened
cry
to
over that.
feeling comfortable
But no,
expressing
no, you
yourself
not.
to your lady though?
But you're not gonna cry
nah.
over
But
that.
I
You're gonna
mean,
have some emotions. You're gonna have some feelings about it, but you ain't gonna cry over it.
Listen,
yeah, if you're
I
crying
can
over your boss yelling at you, you's a bitch.
A straight bitch. Straight hoe ass. Hoe ass. I'm a
I
hoe.
mean that's bottom line. That's warranted. That's warranted. Shit like that. That's
Right.
warranted.
wait,
where's the
wait, hold
line
up.
though? That's where's the line then? That's what I'm saying, right?
Wait.
I
Before
Damn
we
if
say
you
go,
this.
do, damn if you
If you
don't.
yo,
wait,
Leo, if
hold
Yeah,
you
up.
but
say
as a
Before we
something,
go
man, it
on,
gotta be some real shit. As a man, it gotta be some real shit. I
Troy,
mean,
wait,
that's
hold
Troy,
up.
just it is what it
uh,
is.
Jay.
Just like how there's how you have women who sleep with too many men, and you have men that sleep with mad women. Like you're the man, but then she's a hoe. You know what I'm saying? That's how it is with that. You can't be crying over little shit like that. You can't be coming home talking about, my boss said I didn't do my job right. You crying like a bitch. Nah, man, get
Well,
that
now
bitch shit out of
I
here,
I
mean,
bro.
mean,
so
listen,
so
you a
Your
hoe,
wife's gonna
you a hoe
your
as
wife's
a
gonna go
nigga.
out and your wife's gonna go out, find your boss and fuck him. She's gonna suck his dick right in front of your kids. If you cry about your boss treating you bad at
you
your
Pretty
talking
job, she's
much.
gonna fuck your boss.
yeah.
She's
All right,
gonna
so
look for that dick.
if you man
Yeah,
up,
because you know why I agree with you, Corey? Because it's like, yo, the little words that nigga said made you come and cry. Fuck out of here, bitch.
so if you held back, right, and ain't do nigga shit and smack the shit out of him, right, because you don't want to lose your job and lose your livelihood, right?
Mm-hmm.
You had to eat that, then you go home and you do a trade when you get home, and you
Well, that's a buildup. That's a
That's
That's a
buildup.
different.
bill, but I mean, you crying though? If you
No,
crying
wait a
over
minute.
that, bro,
That's a buildup. That ain't
I
no
mean,
one
Trey
time.
was crying though. Trey was crying when he was throwing them
But Trey had
airplanes.
a
No,
buildup though. Trey been
he,
going through some stuff.
but he was throwing punches though. He was doing man shit. Like he
ain't
was
no
like,
big
"Shit was up."
Trey was a domestic ass nigga. Police stopped him one time and he bitched the fuck up when he went
But
to his
I
bitch
mean, come
crib.
on, man. Dude had a gun to his throat, dude. Come on.
You know how many niggas have that on the daily and they ain't
I
going
mean,
home
That was his
crying?
yeah,
first time though. They
yeah,
popped
like
his gun cherry.
right.
Right. So what if a nigga, if your boss yell at you and he popped your corporate cherry and you like, I'm either gonna knock fire out this nigga or I'm gonna go cry to my bitch when I get home.
I'm gonna say this, man. I was in the Navy. You know how sailors curse, especially when they cursing out subordinates.
How?
Like, come on, man. Like, you feel some kind of way, but you get over it.
So, that's a good point, right? So then, boom, the Navy or Army, any of them services, right? The boot camp, all that shit, they be violating the fuck out of you.
Yeah, they
So
do.
isn't society teaching us like, yo, man the fuck up, nigga? You ain't allowed to cry, you bitch ass nigga.
I mean, they are teaching us that, but that's not always healthy, though. That's what Corey's saying. It ain't always healthy to just.
Hey, I mean, I don't want no soldier crying on the battlefield, man. You better
Well,
lock
no,
in.
Word.
well, hold up. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
God, bro.
Don't be,
On
don't be,
Wait.
God.
I ain't got
But
time for
no,
you to be
but listen,
crying.
listen.
So
No,
you rather
wait, hold on, wait. If you in that foxhole or you on the line and your man next to you just get his head blown off right in front of you,
You
and
better
all
man
his
the
blood
fuck
and
up.
guts splatter on you. You can't tell that man not.
I'm not allowed to scream and cry right there.
No, you are, but you got to move on. You got to get your little
Get out
moment and
alive.
keep moving, or you gonna die too.
You scream and cry
Man,
later.
That shit is creating mental illness, bro.
No, what I'm saying, no, you get it out, but you got to keep moving. You know what I'm saying? You can't sit there.
So your drill sergeant, right? What was that movie where they beat the shit out of that white boy because he kept fucking up, and then
that was some different.
Nigga ended killing himself, right? So
nah,
now,
no,
if he just cried to his peoples like a bitch ass nigga, then he would not happen. Or you cry to your niggas, and then when you on the battlefield, you good money. You rather that cry to your niggas, or when we in the battlefield and it's the wrong time to break down, nigga, because we got bullets.
Damn, so we went from
mean?
crying to your chick to crying to niggas.
Well, you on the battlefield, ain't no chicks out there, so
who you
gonna cry?
Right, and that's what I'm saying. We talking about mental health, so let's keep it like that's what I'm saying. We just having an open discussion. So
basically, with that said, like you come crying to your soldiers and shit. Them niggas probably looking at you like, yo, we don't want to be soft right now.
Yeah, word.
Nah, they're not looking at you like that.
That's what I'm saying. These is niggas that
they're not. Trust me,
you about to die for, niggas you going to battle with. Like, shouldn't you be able to fucking let loose with these niggas? Like, yo, man, like.
But you know what though? It's probably easier to cry to your niggas to your girl.
Bro, don't let your girl be some old hood ratchet chick always patting her head because her braids itch and shit. Talking about on the phone with her bitch. Talking about, girl, this nigga talking about bodies in Iraq. I don't give a fuck about that. Where the niggas with the bottles at? Not that white stuff.
This nigga always crying, talking about going back to Africa and shit.
Pretty little face, she get a little hot.
You know what I'm saying?
With that white star.
Not that white star.
I don't know. We were just talking about Nas Black Girl Lost, right?
Exactly.
That's why I'm saying, bro. A black girl lost a killer veteran, bro, with PTSD, bro. If you a PTSD veteran, don't fuck with a black girl lost because she gonna murder you, bro. She
But
gonna
nah, Leo,
bro.
Let me ask you something.
If we in the barracks, you know what I'm saying, as a soldier, you going through something, you know, Jody done stole your wife back home and stuff like that. And
Well,
you start crying and stuff.
Well, you gonna cry.
Get it.
You gonna cry.
I get
But
it.
see, that's the
You know
okay. All right, I don't want to I hope I ain't violent, but a lot of the military niggas, man, they be getting cheated on hardcore, bro. Once they go deploy,
army hoes is hoes. They hoes, bro. They are ocean army.
I mean, that's facts.
They be fucking the
that
army,
is
bro.
Facts. Because
so look, right?
You know
we've been talking about this for a good 10 minutes, right? So at the end of the day, ain't it safe to say, yo, suck that shit up, nigga?
Yeah, no.
I think it is.
Well, if you on the battlefield,
fuck the battlefield, just period. Like that's what we talking about, mental health, period.
So,
we made examples, but that's what I'm saying. Like
it depends on the situation, man. Like your boss yelling at you, that ain't nothing to cry about. That's something go home and be like, yeah, my boss yelled at me today. I'm in my feelings. Boom, boom, boom. Get over that.
Cause like, right, I don't like doing that. Y'all know me. I don't like doing this generation, our generation, this. I don't jack that. But I do like when niggas all this mental health shit now and this and that. Like I'm from where, yeah, you suck that shit up, bro.
It depends, but
that shit up, man.
It just depends because
you suck that shit the fuck up. Life is going life and all this. Oh, I got what they call it now. They got all types of shit you can. So if you from the 90s, nigga, you got all that shit then, cause like there's no because
to be honest, most of us that were born before the 2000s, we think all this shit is bullshit.
Exactly, I do.
Well,
you know what I mean? And I ain't gonna hold you. I think some of these kids use that shit just to use it
as a crutch.
Some of it,
you know what I mean?
I do think
it's a balance.
I do
So
think
it
they're too
is.
quick to label somebody with ADHD and all that other stuff.
Like,
But
yeah,
so-
I was just about to say,
But-
niggas is
but-
quick to be like, oh, I got ADHD. Nigga,
But it-
you don't got
but it's
shit,
only-
nigga. Suck
but it's
that
only
shit
us,
the fuck
though.
up, nigga.
But it's only us. You know how many black dude? It's only us. Every black kid, every brown kid probably has some type of form of ADHD when we were growing up. And you know
right,
what the
in ghetto America, fact.
and you know what the medicine was? That damn belt.
Yep.
That was the medicine.
Well, I don't think the belt could do much against food coloring. Like I learned in 08, I used to work for the this mental health association right up here. It was an Orange County joint, and they told us in a workshop about how food coloring causes ADHD. All those food colorings, the red 40,
dye
the red
and
dye,
yellow
yellow
and the
5,
yellow.
whatever,
Yep.
blue, whatever it is. The numbers, I forget the numbers. I might get them fucked up, but they cause ADHD because they come from.
All right, y'all fucking. I want to hold on. Sorry, I'm on the show, so y'all wilding out here because I want to talk freely.
Yeah, I understand, but can I say something though to the
Mhm.
point about about cheaters? I'm from the Patrice O'Neal school of the game, right? And the thing is, I adopted this mentality way before I even found out about Patrice O'Neal. But he's a fucking genius. Rest in peace. Great comedian, great philosopher. He said he was on a show. He's like he loved his girl. He's like, I love my girl. I love my girl. He goes. He said it was better when I liked her. When I liked her and she loved me. Like when she loved me, I liked her. Everything was perfectly balanced. Like I like this bitch. I want to be around her. When I loved her, it's because I loved her despite everything going on, right? He said if we broke up, it would take 5 bitches for him to get over her. He had to fuck 5 bitches. When I broke up with a girl years ago, I remember I cried in front of my sister, and I'm like, I'm gonna have a date, and I stopped crying. I said, I'm gonna have a date by Sunday. It was Thursday. I'm like, and we broke up that Thursday. Me and Shorty broke up. I said, I'm gonna have a date by Sunday. I said, I'm gonna have 2 dates by Sunday. I had 3 dates that next week. Had one of the hottest summers I ever had in my life in terms of fucking. I thought I got burnt. Didn't get burnt. I'm good. All good. You know what I'm saying? But it took what I'm point basically the point I'm trying to make is if you get cheated on, if you like your girl fucks with Jody, all right, get you 6 bitches. Replay like go be hot. That cures everything. Go be hot. Be the best version of yourself you could be after that shit.
So what, you want a nigga to have a hot nigga summer?
Word, it might.
But it's
Word.
I mean,
Well, shit, ain't we all as little niggas? Junior high school, I won't say high school. High school, it was fuck them hoes by that time. But junior high school, right? Ain't we all had episodes where we thought we loved something more than life itself, and then shit happened, and we fucking Joel Embiid ugly face crying because we thought the world was going to end. We was never going to find another bitch like that. And what the fuck happened? Time, and we was good fucking money. In 2025,
Tom,
in
yo,
2025,
like I say, Tom,
niggas is like, oh,
You
I
know-
got ADHD, I got PhD.
You know what it is?
But them niggas ain't getting no other bitches though. They're not getting other bitches.
Nah.
That's why they got my PhD and author whatever. What did you say? What's it called again? PhD? What's it called?
All that shit. PhD,
All that,
It's a
my
balance.
PhD and all that. Yo, that means they ain't getting no
elemental
pussy.
P, all
Get
that
new
shit.
pussy. It works.
Nah, it's a balance. You know what I'm saying? Like you say, Leo, you got to get over it. But in order to get over it, though, you just got to deal with it. Deal with it first. You know what I'm saying? Cry a river, build a bridge, get over it. And that's exactly how you just, you know what I'm saying, you handle situations. You don't get stuck there.
but here's the
What
thing:
Get over it. The best way to
you
get
don't
over
bottle-
it, Jay, is to
you don't
get
bottle
into
all
another
that stuff
get
up,
into
though.
another one. You know what I'm saying? You gotta
But you
get
don't-
into another way.
But you
Nah,
don't
not bottle it up. That's another thing too,
Yeah,
right?
that's what I mean.
I don't think it's healthy to bottle shit up, right? Even though
Yeah.
we all do that, especially like you were 90, you were 80s baby, whatever. We bottled a lot of shit up. But I ain't even gonna say here in front of y'all niggas. I was an emotional ass nigga coming up, so I cried for everything, like even the littlest shit, and nigga, like just to get it out. You know what I'm saying? Then I'm good. then I was good. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't need to talk to nobody. I ain't need to have no intervention with nobody. Like, a nigga get a little cry out, I'm good. Like, I was looking like Jomo on the Breakfast Club. Like, I was on America's Most Wanted. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was me as a little nigga. You know what I'm saying? But that's it. I got it out. I'm good money.
Yeah, I was too.
And that's exactly what I mean, Leo. Like, cry a river, build the bridge, get over it. You let it out, and you moved on, and you kept moving forward.
Right.
That's
but
it's a lot of people that hold on to stuff.
But it was healthy to get it out.
They harbor it.
It was healthy to get it out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like that's I guess more than anything. Yeah. I don't think you need to lie to somebody or talk to somebody, but yeah, I think it's necessary to get that shit the fuck out. However,
I don't think the best way to get that shit out is
try whatever, but it is necessary to get that shit the fuck out.
Leo, you don't think the best way to get the hurt out and the pain out is to go out and crack the back of some big booty bitch, like, bro, like, go out.
We gonna do that.
I don't care if it's like
I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. I don't think it's healthy to do it that way, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because what's going to end up happening is all those 8 to 10 women that you sleeping with, right? At least 3 of them are going to have some of the same qualities that your girl had, that you liked in your girl. And all you did was knock these chicks down, and you're going to start getting attached to them before you get over whatever it is you got to get over. So no, I don't think it's healthy to do it that way.
I mean, niggas do that regardless. That's what I'm saying. I think a nigga do that regardless. And still, I think after you still feel like, damn, man. Like, I found myself, instead of dealing with the situation, I'm doing what you talking about, Corey. And I'm still, after I fucked that bitch, I'm like, damn, why I call this funky bitch over here? Like, I feel worse. Because I ain't even want to fuck her anyway. But I'm thinking, like, let me get this shit, you know what I mean?
You want to fuck her, bro. Stop.
Let me get this nut on.
Nah, you know what that is called? That post-nut clarity.
Yeah,
exactly.
And that shit ain't clarifying nothing.
Listen, y'all, if y'all know how real that is, all the fellas know how real that is, yo.
It's not. It ain't nothing fulfilling. Well, I mean, I ain't gonna say nothing fulfilling about it, but ain't nothing healing about it.
Yeah, it ain't. I mean, it's good at the time, but once you bust, bro, once you nut, it's like, yo,
you hate yourself.
Damn, why do this?
You hate yourself even more. You like
I ain't even like this chick like that.
But wait. What if you have? But that's what I'm saying. What if you have sex with somebody you actually like? All right. I remember one time, Troy. Remember that chick, light-skinned chick from Beacon? I was twisted over her, right? I remember I was like, you know what? At a point in time, I was like, you know what? Fuck her. I'm gonna go back and I got with one of my best fuck buddies, my favorite girls ever, right? Don't you know? As soon as I start fucking her again, that's when the girl from Beacon started calling me all the time. I never got to make calls from her. I'm like, why the fuck she must know I'm up to something.
Probably.
That's how it is, man. That's how it is, though. They be sniffing it out for some reason.
You don't want to get an attachment though to something new, and you ain't fully released the attachment from the old thing, man.
Right. That's what I was trying to
trying to play me. I'm like, all right, I'm over this. Right. When I got over it, moment I got over it, that's when she started calling me and shit. I'm like, this is crazy.
With that post-nut clarity, that shit gonna make you call the deuces in your library that you really wouldn't call, but you're feeling like shit. So you want to feel like the man. So you calling that deuce that you wouldn't call usually, but you want to feel like Don Dada. So you gonna call her and feel, you know what I mean?
Smut her hurting.
But that's the thing though, Leo. It's about
make her feel like shit and all that, so you can feel better.
I don't want to make it seem like it's about quality. I mean, quantity over quality. It's about both. So when Shorty was dubbing me, when I was with her, me and her was together, and she was treating me fucked up, and I got over it, and I started fucking with Shorty. It wasn't like Shorty was you know what I'm saying? She was like some skio or whatever. Like nah, she was somebody I like really fuck with. And so at the post-nut clarity shit's true, but when the bitch started massaging me and shit and rubbing my head and telling me I was gonna be okay, fuck that other girl, I was like, I did the right thing.
You good?
Yeah, but you wasn't healed though.
I was healed. She healed the fuck out of me.
Nah,
bro, I healed. All stars were healed that night. Bro. I
Not like
promise
a man
you.
cave.
What are you talking
She,
about?
she
I
said
was
she
I
healed.
know, but
Hands,
yeah,
elbows, jaws, and paws on him. He was healed.
I was healed. It was a miracle. Eyes healed now. I love the woman. That's what that dude said.
I'm delivered. But anyway,
Delivered.
Nah, but that's what's up, man. Listen, that's why we always say the virtual man cave is a safe place for everybody to come through and say what they want to say and be who you are. Because you ain't gonna get conversations like this on too many platforms, yo.
Shout out to the deuces, y'all very necessary.
For real.
Yo, I think deuces don't know how valued that they are, yo, how important they are. Like for real, like I don't think anybody ever tell you, but when a homie's ego and his stocks is low, y'all know how to boost us up and make us feel great, and we appreciate you for the things that you do. We not gonna tell you, even though I just told you, but you know what I'm saying? We appreciate you. We do. I mean, we used to. I don't anymore, but I'm speaking for the when I did, and for the fellas who still do.
For the young broke in me.
Yeah,
he said thank you.
My youngest self says thank you. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate y'all.
I don't even number rate chicks no more. I do either she a bad bitch or she alright. Because I got porno vision.
Nah, that's Corey. That's because you moved up into a different tax bracket. Your tax bracket is different.
I got porno vision. I see how in the pornos they got the girl next door type shit. Every girl I've seen, I'm like, they all have the ability to be on camera. I'm like, yo, she could really be on camera.
Yo, what the fuck?
What? Everybody. I'm telling you, I got porn vision now, bro. Like it's in public, bro, at church. Bro, I'm like, ooh.
Yo, this is why we appreciate the mayor when he pull up, yo.
But yeah, deuces. They they workable.
Speaking of deuces in a different format, just to bring this up, Ace Bailey has declined workouts from several NBA teams, saying that it's several NBA teams that are within his NBA draft range. How do you think this will affect his draft status?
Yo, bro, who the fuck is Ace Bailey?
Exactly. I was about to say the same shit. I don't know what
the Ruckus.
You dropped the ball with this shit. I don't know who the fuck that is.
So Ace Bailey had young 18-year-old kid like that, you know what I'm saying?
Like a stud.
But he's believed to go in the top 3 in the draft.
He's like a stud, bro.
But he's acting like a prima donna, yo.
He's a stud.
Yeah, it's gonna hurt his draft status. But I don't even know who he is. But yeah, it's gonna hurt his draft status.
I mean, don't all them niggas do that shit?
Nah, not all of them.
No, not all of them. They actually go to the workouts. They actually participate.
But you know what? At this point, he probably don't care about his draft stats because he don't want to be drafted by none of these top team bums. So he know he nice. Fuck up his shit. He gonna end up on a team that's already good.
The only team that he's really going to see to work out with is the 76ers, they say. Everybody else, he's like,
he canceled that.
Oh, he canceled that with the 76ers?
Yep.
Wow.
Yo, who the
I'm saying, but so basically he's trying to go where he could be a good fit and win now. Not
who got the top? Let me see.
Wait, he don't like money?
Be developed
like money?
On him only.
So pretty much he don't want to be a part. He don't want to go to a system that's
going to work around him. What I'm saying, if you're confident in your skills and you know you're that nice, you know what I mean?
So,
he's nice.
Troy, you going in and out, bro. Pause.
That's crazy. I'm glad you said pause. That was crazy. Troy, you going in and out is wild.
So
that's the wildest shit I heard all day.
So that white boy Cooper Flag is basically
going back to school.
He's gonna. Oh, he going back. He not.
I heard
that was old. That was old.
Yeah, I think he coming out of the draft this year.
Yeah, he coming out of the draft this year. That was old.
So basically, he the number 1 pick. So everybody know that, right? So the number 2 pick is the Spurs. Number 3 pick is the Sixers. Number 4 pick is the Hornets. Number 5 pick is fucking Jazz. And number 6 pick is Wizards. Number 7 pick is Pelicans. Yeah, he know what he doing.
Nah,
I'm
he
gonna
don't
tell
want
you
to
this
pick
right
the
now:
Jazz.
the
He know what he,
Wizards or Charlotte would never win shit.
he know what he doing.
Why you say that?
That's where you go. That's where you go to die.
Damn.
That's where you go to start your shit. You go to start be fancy and shit, and that's when niggas go to die at the end of the day.
Those are two of the blackest cities in the country. That's fucked up.
Well, I'm not mad
But it's
about
true.
Charlotte
That's fucked up.
because tickets are cheap and I like going to the game, so I ain't even mad at that.
Yo, who the fuck is
But
Ace
y'all
Belly,
know
bro?
it's true. That's where you go to start your career, or you either die.
Hey, I ain't mad.
Yo, ain't nobody gonna tell me who Ace Belly is?
He
Some
You
kid from
already
Rutgers.
know.
he
You
from
already know.
he played for Rutgers. He's supposed to be like a top
He's
3,
nice.
4,
Wait.
5 type
Rutgers
shit.
in New Jersey?
Yep.
Yeah.
And he don't want to work. Man, he don't like money. That little nigga don't like money.
I mean, he gonna get drafted regardless. That's
Yeah,
what I'm
but see,
saying.
Corey, what you don't understand is these niggas are getting paid in college already. They already got money.
Mhm.
You back in '96 when niggas was getting paid. These niggas, yo, fucking the number 1 draft pick. What you just said his name, right? He making more money now than he would as a fucking
His rookie pay.
as his first year in the NBA.
Are you serious? Cooper
His
Flag
first
getting that
few
kind of
Dead
money.
years.
ass, nigga.
But my thing is this here. Who the fuck is Ace Bailey? He ain't Cooper Flag.
Ace Bailey's getting he's already a millionaire.
I
Is he
understand
nice
that.
though? I never even heard of this dude.
Troy, no one knows who he is. Art.
Don't matter if we don't know who he is, he's already a millionaire because of these NIL deals. He's already a
Yeah,
millionaire.
y'all acting
He
like
don't give a
y'all
fuck.
acting like I be watching college basketball anyway. Talking about I don't know who
That's
he
what I was
is.
about to say. I ain't see Cooper Flag playing their game. I ain't
I
see
seen
Ace
Cooper
Bailey
Flag play.
play. So
I saw Cooper Flag play. He's okay. He can play. But I
No,
don't
I
know
mean
who the
I
fuck
seen
Ace
Cooper
Belly
Flag
is.
play.
Jay, you ever seen Ace Belly?
Nah, I don't watch college basketball intently like that, but being that I'm in the Carolinas, I will see a lot of Cooper Flag
So wait,
games and
none
stuff
of us
like
on
that.
here seen Ace Belly? None of us? Not near one of us?
I haven't
I'm
seen
just
Ace
saying, but these kids are already they're already millionaires, bro.
Yeah, with their NIL deals and stuff like
But
that.
wait, but let me ask you a question. All right, with the draft, right, with the NBA draft, does it work the same way like the NFL draft does? Like the higher up your draft, the more money you are guaranteed to make in your
Yeah,
first
it does, but you're not listening to what I'm saying. They're already millionaires. They don't give a fuck.
Wait,
Do you
and
understand
Corey,
that
you
part?
got
I just don't understand how this NIL money could compare to NBA like top draft
well,
picks.
not
because the rookie contracts suck. That's why.
well. Look, Ace Bailey,
Worse than NIL?
he's made 1.6 million in college.
Thank you. What the
What
fuck?
NIL deals.
A top 3
Who
picks will
does
make more
that
than
in
that the
college,
first
bro?
year.
no, he can't. Wait, he can't make that
It
much.
don't matter. He getting money now.
Bro, 1.3, right? Let's be real. A million. All right, because we have the most millionaires we've ever seen in this country in the history like of this country. Right now, millionaire status is not the same thing it used to be. Now the status, motherfuckers is
It
being
don't matter.
Nah, wait, hold on.
Corey,
So
do you got 1 million right now?
Wait. No. Let me finish. I'm talking about these guys are the top 1% of athletes, the ones that we have to pay to watch. So when I can't compare myself to them because I don't have like the top 1% in terms
And
of
you're
skills.
also not an 18-year-old with that kind of fucking money.
but
No,
this is
no,
what
but-
Corey's talking about. The first 3 picks in the NBA draft typically have a guaranteed contract with significant rookie scale salaries. The number 1 pick is projected to earn around 12.5 million in his first year.
You're the 1.5.
12.5. Number 2 and number 3 picks earning slightly less, around 11 and 10 million, respectively.
Y'all niggas just said Ace Belly made 1.5 last year. He'll be making 11.5 his first fucking year. What are you talking about?
But okay, but guess
What are we
what
talking
though?
about? What are
All
we
right.
talking about?
Okay, you know what are we talking about?
He's an idiot
You
for not
only
working
think
out.
you see. This is where the love of basketball dies. Because you're only thinking about fucking money. He's thinking about positioning and where he could go. You're not thinking about how he's thinking. He's probably fucking comfortable with the million that he got. but he's a baller, and he wants to go to a situation that fits him.
Well, he got the wrong niggas leading him then because
See, that's what
the
I'm
price.
saying. You're only
Nigga,
thinking
nigga,
about the
of
money, and that's where a
Troy,
lot of this shit goes.
Troy, we all have to. The price of everything's going up. Of course, a
Well,
four
okay,
pack
see,
of
but again, you're not listening to
Troy,
me.
a
You're
four
talking
pack of
about
Reese's
the
cups,
cost of this
a
and the cost
four
of that.
pack of Reese's cups at a
When
gas
you
station
have $1
costs
million, bro.
$4.03.
Nah, yeah, I mean, I get it, because like, all right, so Cooper's gonna go number one, right? So for between 12 million, 1 million, yeah, for $12 million,
Big fucking
I'm
difference.
gonna live in San Antonio, Philly. Fuck that. Fuck what you heard.
He got the wrong niggas leading him. Ace, what's his name? Ace what?
Ace Bailey.
Wicken? Ace Bailey.
Shit, for 12
Wrong niggas
million,
leading him.
yeah.
He's doing the
I'm
wrong
going
thing.
to either Spurs, Sixers, or the fucking Hornets.
And on top of that, right? You saw Jason Tatum just tear his Achilles. You're seeing all these folks with Achilles tendons, tears, and all this stuff, and folks like we have all these stories about who could have been, what could have been. T Mac, Grant Hill, Derrick Rose, all these folks. You go get that money right now. Fuck that NIL shit, bro. It makes no sense.
I don't know. San
makes no
Antonio.
sense.
I don't think
Make
I
it make
would
sense
want
for
to
me,
live in
please.
San Antonio.
Make it make sense.
But that's the thing, though. Everybody don't see that's the problem. That's the problem with us. Everybody don't think the same. Everybody. That's how y'all niggas think. Everything is money first. Not everybody think money first. Sometimes people think like, look, I want to be in a position where I could win, or be in a system that fits me. Because I love fucking basketball.
All right, I got a question for you,
not because I just love the money.
I got a question.
Now, let me ask you this.
There's niggas that actually love the fucking sport, believe it or not.
So, all right,
Now,
I
wait,
understand that. But
Corey,
Troy,
hold up.
I got
Let
a
me ask
question
you
for
this
you.
real fast.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna jack whatchamacallit's position. Troy's position, right? But I'm gonna twist it and I'm gonna include you, right? So let's say he's putting himself to go into a team that one is already in a position to win a championship, two that already fits his system because you know that he could fit into the system that aligns better with his game. Because now three, he might have a less NBA contract, but his endorsement money is going to be better because now he can showcase his personality more, win a championship. So now that means we playing throughout the playoffs. I'm getting paid through that. I'm putting myself in a position to get a ring. You know what I'm saying? And three, the system fits for me. So what if it's like, yeah, I'm gonna set out from this. So I know I might get a smaller NBA contract for my rookie season, you know, but I know in the long run my endorsements is gonna come. I'm getting more money, I'm getting more exposure, and in the long run it's better for me.
Are you talking about a bigger market, a larger market?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you guys all right, and I'm glad you said that because you just mentioned Washington, D.C., you just mentioned Charlotte, North Carolina. You mentioned everything that was everybody that you mentioned. Everyone was favorable in terms like to me personally, except for the Utah place. But when you're talking about major markets, these are all growing markets. You have all these markets. Charlotte, you have the population, the population of folks in Charlotte has been growing exponentially the last couple years. They're growing. It's cranes and shit down, bro. They're growing. Every DC, all ever growing. And I hear what you say about the money, Troy. Right? All right, money, right? But the love of the game. But my thing is here: when you look at the owners of the game, the owners of the basketball teams. Let me look at the camera closely. The owners of the basketball team, they don't give a fuck about no love of the game. They care about money. Their first priority is money.
But see, that's exactly where you just switched the whole shit. You're talking.
No,
you just switched it to talk about owners. I'm talking about the individual dude.
Let me cook. Let
Go
me
ahead, cook on the bullshit you're
Jesus
cooking.
fucking Christmas. Let me cook. So if the owners is looking at it like, hey, you're just a commodity. You're somebody that gets paid. Why, pray tell, should a player bring his passion and say, let his passion be the controlling or the overbearing thought in regards to his career and about him positioning himself in life to be successful as opposed to the money? Because success is about being able to pass wealth down to your next person. The word success comes from society, from the Greek, to pass the baton, to get money and pass it to the next person. We always talk about generational wealth. How does a mentality of I love the game, I don't care about the money, how is that smart?
Again, the bullshit I just asked you, the bullshit you just spewed, that's for that. I'm talking about a person, not the fucking industry, the owner and all that. As a person who plays ball, and I can tell you from me personally, who plays ball, I'm not thinking about all of that, bro. As an 18-year-old, 19-year-old kid, you're not thinking about that. You're thinking about what you love to do and what you like to do, period. Fuck all that other shit you was talking about. When you're 18 and 19 years old, you're not thinking about that, bro.
That's cap.
You love the game. And
That's
point
cap.
blank, that's it. And that's
Why-
where it ends. All
No,
that other
go
shit
ahead.
that
That's
you're
cap.
spewing, all that other shit that you're spewing is for old heads. Old
No,
niggas.
Troy, then why do people
Like
say
us,
my goal is to make
that's
the
what
league?
that's
My
weird thing.
goal
They're
is
not
to make
thinking
the
at 18
league.
and 19.
What is making
At
the league? It's
18
making
and
millions
19,
of
let me
dollars.
cook, nigga. Let
Go
me
ahead,
cook now. You
yeah,
cook, let me cook.
Cook a little Campbell soup. Go ahead.
Right? So at 18 and 19, you're not thinking about that. You're thinking about doing your thing. You're thinking about ball. That's all you're thinking about. You ain't thinking about the fucking niggas that own shit and do all that, what they care about you. You're not thinking about that. And that's facts.
And like Corey said, it is your handler's job to make you give a fuck about that, because in 2025, at 18 years old, you should be very in tune about what the fuck your money gonna be like, because all that winning the championship shit, that shit don't matter in real life. Like
I know, but it's cool.
So, like,
I
you know
understand
what I'm
that. I understand to a point that, like, in real life it don't matter, but deep down, when you're a baller, and you should know that too, Leo. Deep down, when you're a baller, all that bullshit, all that shit that you're thinking about goes out the window, because you really want that shit.
No, I know
you want that for you.
But
you want that. Hold on. You want that for yourself. It ain't even as much as the owners and all that shit. You just want that for yourself, bro.
No,
you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you get the money. You get the money. You get all of that. All that's cool, but at the end of the day, you want to feel validated, bro.
Right, but Troy, remember,
and for the love of the game,
you're right. I'm not disputing nothing you saying.
I am,
but all of that, no, both of y'all valid. But what I'm saying is, when you get to the NBA, what you talking about, Troy, don't matter no more, because now you win a entertainment business. So all of that.
No, I get that.
I want to win and this and that. That shit don't matter, because as we watched as fans and as ex-athletes, minor at that, whatever, we know once you get to that level, you don't control none of that, bro. So you can have all the passion in the world, love the game to the death and all that, but that shit don't matter, because there's so many other factors. Like that. Most niggas, right? There's what they say. There's like 500 players in the league, bro. There's only a handful that's going to win a chip.
No, I understand that, but
there's a lot of great niggas that ain't never going to sniff the championship. So at 18 years old, like Troy said, you better have handlers around you that's going to help you curve your 18-year-old enthusiastic. Oh, I love this shit. I want to put myself, because you don't control how an NBA championship. Like, as much as you want to win it, as much as you want it.
But that's what I'm saying. But that's what I'm saying. And like we as older people, we know that now, right? We know that now. But I'm thinking as the 18-year-old me, right? Not the 47-year-old me. I'm thinking about the 18-year-old me, right? And the 18-year-old me is thinking, I got chance. If I make it to the NBA, bro, I'm thinking I could make it. I think I'm going to get the chip. You know what I'm saying? And that's the difference between now. Now we're in an age. We're in a day and age where money's everything, right? Money's everything. But
you're making my point.
When we were born and we were coming up, I don't give a fuck, Corey.
You're making my point for me.
Anyway. Whatever, that's fucking great.
Continue,
no,
nigga.
You want to cook it? You know what? You
made my point for me.
You know what? No, you know what?
You just basically you
know what? Since I made your point, since I can't finish what the fuck I'm saying, since I can't finish what I'm saying, you finish it off.
Bro,
Wait,
you
wait.
just said yourself.
So
You made my
wait,
point
hold
for
up,
me.
Corey,
You
because
just
this is a
said
good
young niggas'
segment.
goal is to make the league. It's not to get out the mud and make the league, get money.
Hold up. Let me
You just made my
But
point
let me
here's the
ask you
before.
thing.
this,
What
because this is
drives
a
you? But hold on. The
because this
thing
is a
that
good
drives you.
topic. This
Hold
is a
on.
good
Let me
segue to
hold on.
this.
Hold on. Wait a minute. But what drives you, Corey? What drives you to make the league and to put in the work to get the opportunity to make the league is the love of the game. Because when you first start playing the game, you're playing for free.
Mhm.
You continue to play and strive to get better because you love the game. The money is a reward. The money is the after effect of the love of the game.
Right.
That's what Troy's trying to say.
I get that, or I get that.
So
I get that. But at what point does the love of the game, right? Do you step up and say, I'm grown now? The love of the game, I love this game. I have a chance to get paid doing what I love to do. Doing what I love to do, the game that I'm good at. I have a chance to get paid. Most folks, when they come from the most folks we see in stories, we always hear about how they all came out the mud. They all came from the hood. They all want to move their mama out the.
So I guess he might have froze. So let me ask y'all. So we playing for the bag or we playing for the ring? So the ring culture and standard, is it over with? Has it died? Or are
I
we
think
now playing for bread?
I think it's a
Where
straight
we
up
at
ring
with it?
now. I think that's what it is right now.
What happened?
I think it's a ring culture right now. And there's not necessarily anything wrong with that because you want that championship to validate you. Like, you know, I think Troy said it. You do want that chip. Everybody wants a chip. Anybody said they're not playing because they don't want a chip. I don't believe that. Everybody wants a chip.
right, everybody wants it, but does that really validate you though?
I don't think it's the end all to be all. I don't think your individual talent or your individual success should be measured solely on rings. But that's what's happening right now.
So let me ask you this. So let's just say we got somebody like Bill Russell. Well, he got like 11 rings. Like that man won on every level. He won collegiate, he won in high school, and he won I think about 10 out of 12 seasons when he was in the NBA.
When there was
Um,
like 5 teams.
where do we place him? Because he was winning championships versus somebody that's like Patrick Ewing, who's never won a championship, who's nice.
Bill
You
Russell wasn't
know,
better than Patrick Ewing. He wasn't a better ball player than Patrick Ewing. He wasn't a better ball player than Charles Barkley. So,
you know.
but he got 11 chips. Robert Ory damn sure ain't no better ball player than Ewing or Barkley. He got 7. So,
So
I mean,
where does championships and the rings, where does it define you? Would we would we
it's hard to.
say, would we say Michael Jordan? Would we say that? Would we be able to say that LeBron is better than Michael if he had more rings than Michael?
I wouldn't, but some people would.
Okay.
Hold on, look. This is where that shit stemmed from. Go ahead.
What's one word you would use to describe Giannis's career if he doesn't win another title?
Underachiever. I'm gonna tell you why. It's one of the greatest players to ever play the game. Over the last 4 years, minimum 200 games. Giannis, second in the league, 30.4 points per game. Fifth in the league, 11.7 rebounds per game. Fifth among qualifiers at 58% from the field. And 9 All-NBA selections in his career, 9 All-Star selections, and top 10 finishes in league MVP voting 9 times. And he has more of that than postseason series wins. That's unacceptable. It's not his fault. I'm not in any way pointing to him or what he's not doing. I'm saying that you don't look at somebody that dominant, that fantastic, with that kind of fire in his belly to compete on a night in, night out basis, and all you have is one championship to show for it. He's got 1 playoff series win in the last 4 years. Ain't his fault. He's hurt a couple of times.
Right.
Got upset by Miami, Jimmy Butler and the crew. Jimmy and them gave it to him, no doubt. But this year, Damian Lillard goes down, you lose to Indiana. We understand all of that. But to know Giannis, his career, his accomplishments, his cachet, and to say one championship. Nah. No. You definitely expect more than that.
He contradicted himself about 4 times in that statement.
You might expect more. First and foremost, before I continue, what up, Nate? What up, Unc? You know what I'm saying? We're glad y'all be able to join the show with us tonight. I really think one, Stephen A's just a grumpy old dude. Two, yeah, I don't think if he doesn't win another championship, it puts a blemish on his career. Yeah, you would expect him to win one because of his talent and the accolades that he possesses and he's accumulating right now. But even if he doesn't win another one, he's still going to be a great player at the end of the day. And he's compete. You got to understand. You hear what he's saying? They're saying Giannis had to compete against the Indiana Pacers. We know the Pacers are a complete team. When he said Jimmy Butler and the Miami Heat, he knows right now a lot of teams, quote unquote, have super teams. Yeah, I really just think that Stephen A. Smith he just needs to sit down and just think. He says things like who's that dude on the radio, Howard Stern. He just says things as like a shock radio just to get things out of people to say stuff and get people talking and agitated because listen, controversy sells and he wants to keep his paycheck, so he has to say the most outlandish, stupid stuff to get people talking about it. Yeah, that's my take on it.
But a lot of people jack that. Like we were just having that conversation right now, right? So let's use Giannis as an example, right? That shit sounds crazy as fuck to call him an underachiever. Not to mention the fact the nigga's was a 15th pick project at that. Little skinny crackhead that nobody expected nothing from. Became one of the fucking all-time greatest already.
And he's baby Shaq right now.
And then he's on his prime, like right now. So that's my thing, right? So to go back to what Troy and Corey was talking about, right? So let's take Giannis as an example, right? Got one chip, right? So to some people, if he don't win another ring, it's going to be considered a underachievement. He should have won more. He's so great, blah, blah, right? So now we're going back to the Ace Bailey. So now that's the whole thing, right? In the NBA, that's what I was trying to say. There's so many fucking dynamics to win a chip. Like, it's totally beyond your control. Like, nobody would dispute how passionate and how much this nigga Giannis loves the fucking game. He's one of them niggas, he'll die for the shit type shit. Like, he's one of those dudes. That's undisputed, right? So now, this is what I was saying, and kind of to what Corey was saying, right? As an 18-year-old, your handlers are failing you to not put you in the position to make the most money you can, because at this level, where it is an entertainment business at the end of the day. It's all it is at the end of the day. All that, I love the game in this purest form and all that, that shit dies after shit. Now, at this point in 2025, that shit dies after high school because you're making money in college. So there's nothing pure about the college and NBA game at all anymore, if there ever was in the NBA. So you're doing the youngins a disservice to not put them in the best position to make the most money they can, because when you're in this NBA business, and like Corey was saying, when you're dealing with these owners, at the bottom line is money, you a fool to not get all yours that you worked your ass for, like Troy said, that you gave your heart, blood, sweat, and tears for to this point. You should be totally 100% compensated for your shit. You missing prom. You passing up coochie to be in that gym, to be the fucking best you could be. You missing sleepovers with the homies. You missing your whole childhood normal life to make this to become a professional NBA player. So when you get to that point, you better make sure you getting totally compensated, because to think that, because I'm going to try my best to try as hard as I can to become a champion that most likely you're not going to become, you're doing a disservice to yourself.
I agree 1,000%.
So let me ask you this. So let me guys ask you this. So if you have you're not even, it's not the beginning of your career. Let's just say and it's not towards the end of your career. It's like you're in the middle of your career right now. You're up for a contract, right? You have the opportunity to go somewhere and get a max contract somewhere, or you have the opportunity to go to another team who's a contender, and you have the real opportunity to actually win
Somebody
an
lower their
NBA
TV.
ring.
Somebody lower their TV.
Where you guys going?
Say that again. Say what was the question?
All right, somebody got their TV on in the background. Quick question. So I was saying, if you got two options. You up for a contract, you know what I'm saying, contract year. You could go to one team who's willing to give you the big bag, yo. You know what I'm saying? They're not in competition to get a ring, but you get a bag. Then you have another team who's a contender. They like, yo, if you come here, you the missing piece. We get this ring right here, kid. We can't offer you as much as this other team can, but yo, it's looking like we getting a ring with you.
Well, everybody want that ring.
Where you going?
Everybody wants that ring. And how much money have you made in the past? How much money are you making outside of the NBA?
Listen, hold on. So to Jay point, couple, it's crazy to even say this, but it's rich nigga shit, right? 2-3 million. I'll sacrifice that to maybe win a ring. But we seen this before, right? There's no guarantees in the NBA because we seen Kyrie, Durant, and Harden supposedly guaranteed to go team up and win a championship. So what makes you think, right? Giannis right now. Hold on, Jay. Hold on.
I'm gonna give you a number because you said 2 and 3 mil.
No, I'm gonna give you the number.
It's a $20 million difference.
I'm gonna give you more than that. Giannis after this year, he got an option, right? So if he stays in Milwaukee, he's up for a super max that's gonna break records.
Okay.
It's gonna be like he's gonna be making like 70 million per, right?
Damn.
He got that, or he got the option to maybe go win a championship in the market or somewhere else or whatever, right? It's not guaranteed. Why the fuck would I leave 100, 200, 300 million dollars?
I'm not leaving 100 mil on the table
to go
because you love the game.
I'm not leaving
the game. You want to chip, remember?
But and that's where everything. And right now, that's where everything.
5 minutes.
I was trying to say gets twisted.
Giannis has a chip.
Let me shut the. I'm gonna continue.
Come on. No, go ahead, Troy.
No, I got nothing to say because every time I talk, I get shut the fuck up. So I'm gonna shut the fuck up. Y'all continue.
No, what I'm saying. Hold on, Troy.
No,
all I'm saying is Giannis is different because he has a chip.
This nigga.
If you talking about a dude that does not have a chip, I mean, 100 mil is 100 mil. Chip or no chip.
Yo,
shit.
But everybody, and I know I sound like I'm contradicting myself.
Because you are.
But here's the thing.
So let me ask you this. All right, so now let's just say it's a $100 million difference, right? Oh no, I'm gonna say it's a $50 million difference.
That's a lot. It's still a lot.
But hold on. I know that's why I had to give it a large number, but not as much as 100 mil. Let's say it's a $50 million difference, but you go to that team who's a contender, right? Can't you make that $50 million up in endorsements?
You can.
They say that, but not really, bro. It's not really as much. That's a false narrative that people throw out there. Because what the fuck? What endorsement you gonna make 50 million guaranteed, 100 million guaranteed?
I mean, not in one single endorsement, Leo. I'm not just saying you get one endorsement.
That's what I'm saying. Like
you get in the bank.
How much gray beard boxes you gonna be on that's gonna compensate for that 100 million you left on the table?
You move into that new city, right?
But you know, Mike made more money outside the league than he did.
That's what I'm saying. Like, there's a lot of people who make more money.
That's
a minority.
But thank you, Leo, because I'm tired of people saying that. They always bring up that one. The Michael Jordan was the best basketball player in the fucking league. Of course, he was gonna make the most money of endorsements, more than he made, because it's when he was not trying to fight for a good contract.
So
now to go back to my wait. To go back to my point about the whole money thing over the championship shit. You have something called the NBA G League. Am I lying or not? Is that something that exists, fellas?
Yeah.
It exists. You have hundreds of players. I'm sorry, thousands of players on this planet trying to get into the NBA fucking G League alone, just so they can get a shot to get what? A contract. Not for the love of the game, a contract for the love of money. So when we're talking on, so let's stop the bullshit, bro. What we're talking about right now, we're talking about the legacy, wealth, passage, success. Again, I'm going back to it. Success means past what's next. We're not talking about the love of the. We're talking. Giannis should go get the most money he can get.
That's staying in Milwaukee.
Way off.
Well, that's staying in Milwaukee. And he already
no,
got a chip.
You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, people are breaking their necks just to get in the league. Why? Not to get a championship, to get an NBA contract where they get guaranteed money. Not money based off of your ability or your ability to produce and what you're doing. Because that's what those endorsements are made of. You fuck your ACL up. You tear your MCL. Those endorsements ain't around no more.
Nope.
So let's be real.
This dude made the best analogy that I heard about this NBA ring culture shit. It was Gilbert Arenas, right? He said that like you saw it with Shaq and Kobe, right? At the point where people were debating that Tracy McGrady was better than Kobe, and Kobe had like 3 rings at that time. And there was still a debate that who's better between Tracy McGrady and Kobe Bryant, right? And to the point where that made Kobe like, yo, get Shaq up out of here so I could prove that I could win chips without Shaq because of the ring culture. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, even though this nigga had 3 rings, he let the Matrix, fuck with his head to like, oh damn, they still don't, because I'm robbing to these chips. So I gotta show niggas I could be Batman and get some chips, and then I'll be solidified. And that's like the dumbest shit in the world. So
I mean, it may be to us, but for like Troy was saying, certain people are playing for a legacy. Kobe Bryant already knew I got the bag. My bag is good, bro. My family's good. This shit don't mean nothing to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, as far as the money's concerned, because my shit is straight. I want my legacy to be going down as I'm the nicest brother who played basketball. I'm the best basketball player ever. There are some players out there who really want their name etched in stone, put in the books to say, yo, I'm the best. A lot of people don't want, they're not gonna put you in the Hall of Fame because of your contract or how much money you made. They're gonna put you in the Hall of Fame because your championships, your accolades, and everything else. Not everybody's playing for a paycheck. I mean, obviously we're gonna get. Let me rephrase that. They are playing to get paid because they're professional players, but there also are players who want to be known as the best player in their respective field.
So Charles Barkley ain't that nigga because he ain't got no chips.
I'm not saying that he's not him, but wasn't Barkley playing for a ring? He was playing for a ring. He wasn't
everybody. So this is what I'm saying. So it's a double-edged sword because everybody's playing for a ring and everybody's playing for the bag. You're playing for both.
But they definitely are playing for both.
But the question is, what's the priority? What's number one?
Of course you're playing for both, but does not having a ring really diminish? That's what I say. You're playing for your legacy. No,
it doesn't diminish.
These niggas don't have a legacy because they don't got no ring.
No, not having a ring doesn't diminish your legacy
at all. Not at all. I was speaking more or less on what what Troy and Nate, what Troy and Corey was going back and forth with.
Because we know, well, we don't know personally, but don't we know athletes, football, basketball, whatever, that was great, and because they cared about legacy and not securing their livelihood, that they pawned some of them rings. Yeah, because life is life and you was worried about loving the game and having this chip and this and that, and then when life kicks your ass, You
The thing with
calling
rings,
them
the things with
glorified
getting
rings that don't mean shit.
my thing with the whole thing with getting rings is all about positioning and the team you're on. You see what I'm saying? Like niggas was just unlucky, bro. I mean,
Right.
I gotta be honest with
You're
that.
right.
You know what I'm saying?
100%.
Like a nigga like Charles Barkley, he was just he did great. He was great, but he ran into greater.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He
Wait,
ran
he
into
ran
a
to who?
Jordan.
Greater.
he ran into greater. He ran into
He
Jordan.
ran into greater. That's a
Right.
very
All right.
good.
Yeah, he
That's
did.
a
He did.
very
He
And
did.
good answer.
He
He
did. He
ran
did. He
into
did.
and
Yeah.
that's
That's
what
what
happened.
greater.
does that
And that's
diminish
what
his
happened
legacy?
most of the '90s. The niggas ran into somebody that was greater than them. They ran into fucking Jordan, and it sucked. You know what I mean? Like you run. I
Hey,
mean,
But
you
that's
Troy,
what
run
I'm
into
saying.
Jordan.
So
Troy.
I know that I'm getting in late in that conversation, but why between you and Corey's argument really is counterintuitive is because of this. If you look at NBA right now, bruh, we can't establish one single person as being that dude in the league right now. So being that,
Because
be well, go ahead, for what? For what,
no,
Troy?
go ahead. I
All
just
right.
said it because you know why the difference is no longer one or two dudes
And this is what
or
this
you
is.
say
Yeah,
like
exactly. This is where
the big
I'm about
there's
to
no
roll into this. We're looking at individual players who put themselves in a position to win as that individual player. But if you look recently, it was always these quote unquote super teams who put things together to make an individual player look good. Now, I think the thing about Giannis is a lot of crap because there's no way that you can ever tell me somebody with 9 of everything and he only been in the league for 10 years
That's crazy.
isn't
Pause,
a
uncle.
great
Pause, uncle.
all-round baller. There
Pause,
ain't no
uncle.
way you can tell me he's an underachiever.
man, that
What
nigga
he
top 25
is
already.
just he's another victim of this fucking system because we got great players that again, say it again, they've never won.
but my thing is you can't be an underachiever if you have already have a ring
And that's
and
true.
you already
That's
won.
again, that's why I'm
Facts.
saying this
Big
statement
facts.
is such a bullshit statement. You're trying to make somebody something that he already
Oh, you
is.
can't,
This
yo, bro.
motherfucker is great.
If you want a ring, period, especially the way that Giannis won his,
Mm-hmm.
there's no way
You
you
got
could
to
say
give
he
him a point.
underachieved.
He gets a point.
Verify.
Yeah.
Wait, can you
He
Verify
remind?
gets
already.
Wait. Troy, can you remind people how he won his ring, please? Remind people, because I don't think
And,
motherfuckers remember that shit.
yeah,
Seriously.
he was a freak. He was a stud, bro.
They
Nigga
was
did everything.
they Milwaukee did what the Knicks are still trying to do. They ain't winning like 50 years.
Bro,
That nigga
bro,
brought that
bro,
bum ass
bro.
doormat franchise to the
Leo,
top
come
of the
on,
hill.
bro. That's great, bro.
And let me tell you
Why?
about the whole Knicks situation. If the Knicks actually just fucking relaxed for 1 year and let niggas develop, they would have a shot.
so what is that? Is that players or organization?
That's
That's
where we
No,
draw the line.
organizational, bruh.
it's you fucking Knicks fans that fucking
I
drive
mean,
niggas
you
out
know,
the
them Knicks
fucking
fans.
arena
I mean, I'm a
every
Wow.
year.
yeah.
It's my
That's
Yo,
fault.
it.
once
It's my fault.
But it's a
once a
it's
nigga
but they
don't
don't
play
trade
good,
the but the Knicks
no,
fans don't trade the players, bruh. The
no, it
Knicks
don't
fans
matter.
don't.
Y'all niggas drive niggas out the fucking arena, bro.
So it's
It be
my
y'all
fault, Troy.
niggas, man.
It's my
It be
fault.
y'all same niggas that's taking trash cans and throwing it at fucking Pacer niggas and shit that be fucking this shit up for the whole fucking team, bro.
Ladies and gentlemen in the audience, need you to
You're
recognize
right,
as
but
though
you're
we
right. You're
all
right.
love the Knicks or we all love basketball. All of us ain't Knicks fans, and we don't
Right.
take to what Troy's saying
I don't know about
personally.
that.
But you gotta understand he's talking because that's what y'all be doing on a regular basis.
Yeah,
This is
it be
so
y'all
just
Knicks
say.
fans ain't shit, bro. Y'all
I
quick
feel
to
it.
kick motherfuckers out as soon
I
as
feel
niggas fuck up.
attacked. I feel
Troy,
But that
attacked.
goes
man, come on, get
but
off the
that
Knicks,
goes
Troy. You
Okay,
shouldn't.
for fact, number one fact. Look how y'all treating fucking Cat, bro. Y'all calling him gay and fag and he taking shit up the ass. And y'all kicking him out the fucking y'all kicking him out already, bro.
I'm not doing
Okay,
that.
I want
What
to
do
know.
you
I want to know
mean?
Nigga,
how
you
this went
one
from Giannis
person.
to the Knicks.
I want to know how this went from calling Giannis the underachiever to the
I'm
Knicks
not
fan.
Hold on.
Switch it back
No,
over.
but
Switch it back
Art,
over.
y'all
Nah,
Knicks fans ain't shit, bro.
switch it back over.
But that goes back. That kind of goes back to what we was talking about before. It's really it's not the fans, right? It's the organization, like you said, Troy. Right? Instead of letting shit marinate, these niggas, right? You had Julius Randle, nigga had career years with the Knicks, All NBA. Tibbs. Everybody talking about Tibbs don't do this. Tibbs developed fucking Randle to a fucking All NBA player, bro.
Oh, okay. So
Right?
like Leo, I let you cook, right? So hey, check this out.
It's
You know why all this shit happened?
us.
Why?
You know why all this shit happened? Why Tibbs got fired and all this shit?
Why?
Because the Knicks fans, niggas, y'all niggas ain't shit.
It was me.
Y'all fans, y'all
It was
Knicks
me.
fans,
It was
yo, y'all
It was
Knicks fans
me.
ain't shit.
It was me.
Yo,
You did it.
It was me.
It
So
was
imagine,
you,
see,
motherfucker.
this is
Yo,
what I'm saying.
Yeah, you're right.
Yo,
Yeah, you're right. It was me.
so imagine.
It was Cordy's fault. You did it. You.
Check this out.
Knicks
So
fan,
imagine.
Knicks fans don't have no tolerance to fucking let nothing marinate, bro.
Check this
These
out.
niggas is like, yo,
Man,
like,
I don't we gonna have to put
yo,
this
a
in.
Knicks fan will trade you over a turnover, nigga.
So check
The
this out.
motherfucking
So
Nick fan ain't
imagine.
got no say in
Imagine
trades. I don't
being a
want to hear
nigga.
that.
Hold on. Imagine being a nigga. A nigga
Can I tell y'all
exactly.
something, though?
Hold on. Let me say this real quick, Corey. Imagine being a nigga exactly what Troy said, right? Love the game, want to win, all that what Troy was saying, right? And then you got to deal with shit like that. Damn, I had a bad series or a bad stretch, so now niggas shit me out of here. Or I had a bad, like that's what I'm saying. So you doing that young in a disservice to let him know, nigga, don't love nothing about this. Get your bag and do what you can't control.
But
And
Leo,
that's your
but Leo,
development. That's
that
your
only
personal
happens if you're a fucking Knicks, nigga.
Bro, enough on my boys, bro. Enough, bro. It's enough of
Hey,
us,
next
bro.
topic, man.
Y'all, it's enough of us, bro.
Next time, we
Bro.
went from Giannis being an underachiever to bashing Knicks fans.
No,
Hold up, Nate.
For
you know,
real. Have
I'm
Hold
gonna
up,
say
Nate.
one
What you
name
gotta
right
say,
now
Nate?
that's gonna fuck y'all up. Look at Obi fucking Toppin, nigga. That nigga fucking Steph Curry right now.
Oh,
Come
hey.
on,
Nate,
bro. He
what's
not
good?
Steph. That's
Hold up.
wild.
Nate got
That's
something to
wild.
say.
Steph
Nah, I
Curry.
was gonna let them keep going at first. Because everybody's been. I mean, I came in late. I just wanted to really just go back to circle back to what they were saying. First of all, Stephen A. What he was saying was asinine. Because I'm gonna ask y'all this: KG, Dirk Nowitzki, Paul Pierce, Kyrie Irving. They all retired. They underachievers. All with one championship.
No.
So
Of
what he
course
said.
not.
So what he said was bullshit. But
Of course.
We
You know
agree to
why?
that.
Ever
We
since
agree
they
to
gave
that.
Stephen A. that $100 million, that nigga been saying all types of dumb shit.
Nigga, ever since Stephen A.
Yeah.
started beefing with LeBron, it's been some bullshit.
Wait, he
But I
beefing with LeBron?
think they
Well, he
talking about
was.
when he rolled up on him.
Over his son, right? Over his son?
Yeah,
The
but
past, yeah.
I think the media is the one that's pushing that title now. When we were coming up in our old days and stuff, yes, the championship was everything. They weren't getting paid as much, so yeah, it was more like passion. I'm not saying the players today don't have no passion, but back then, you seen all these players who stayed with teams and such forth. Some of them didn't win championships, like Barkley, Ewing, Malone. They didn't win any championships. Nowadays, these kids are looking at it and they seeing how some of these older players were treated and how they were, whether they were traded or they were treated by the organization and got out of there. So they're like, fuck all that loyalty shit. I'm gonna get my money, take care of my family, do some other shit, invest my money. So I don't think nowadays the hunt for the title is as strong as it was before. Now it is about getting that bag and then turning that 1.2 NIL money into 200 million or whatever.
Yeah, but this is to what you were saying. This is why I was saying. I'm thinking about the individual, not of what should be or what you should do. Like you got people, you got an individual who thinks differently, right?
Right.
You got an individual who's like, I'm comfortable with my 1 point whatever million. You know what I'm saying? But I want to go to the league and achieve more. This is what he believes. You can't tell an 18 or 19-year-old what to believe, right? But when you're 30, when you're late hitting your 30 or late 30s, yeah. Now we start thinking like Corey and Leo, like fuck these niggas, man. Yo, give them that, bro. You
Right,
know
but
what I'm saying?
that's your job. That's the job as your manager to make your little young
Yeah, this
ass
is what. But
understand.
I
Like,
know, I
listen,
understand. This is what I'm
don't grow
saying.
up quick
Can I
in this
piggyback on that
motherfucker.
though? Can I piggyback on that too? And the Troy's point, and he's right about this too. Because again, I'm not saying that the love of the game. This is what I was trying to tell you before, Troy. I disagree with you, but I wasn't saying that love of the game isn't the number one driving force behind folks. It is. The love of the game is, but they start realizing I can make money doing what I love. If I could play ball for money, I would do it, bro, every day. I wouldn't even care about where I work at. I'm not gonna say where I work at, but I wouldn't care about the racist shit going on behind the
Playing in
wall.
Memphis,
You know
all
what I'm
that.
saying? I'm bro. And again, if you look at Dominique Wilkins, Charles Barkley, folks that never won, but they played in markets where they're loved and respected. These folks are gods in these markets. Dominique Wilkins is a god in Georgia, in Atlanta. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he
Like
really
Trey
is,
Burke
though.
may not get
Yeah.
a championship with Atlanta because they're not a major market. They don't have the money and all that shit. The
Never.
draw. Never, probably never, but true, never. But Atlanta worships the ground that man walks on. It's something different when you coming up being a kid playing ball and folks are coming to watch your games and they
Same
start.
shit like Reggie. Word. Same
Yeah,
shit
you
like
start
Reggie
getting more
Miller. They
people coming
love
to your
that nigga
game.
Indiana.
Yeah, it's like
So
that's
let me
what I'm
ask y'all,
saying. So why not get your money where you're loved?
No,
all right. So speaking of
definitely.
love of the game,
But
though,
but
right?
you got to understand. But there's
So
there,
what
there's
about?
different. You got different you got different people. I'm thinking about the individual. I
Mm-hmm.
understand that, but like, okay, so check this out. A nigga like Kobe. He don't give a fuck about the money. He think about the game, and he think about getting these chips. And guess what? That led him to making more money than what the fucking league was paying him.
But I have a
Right?
question for you, Troy. I
No,
have a question.
hold on, let me finish. So now you got a nigga like Brunson, right? He took less money to
Fucking
build a
fool.
team because he wants to win in New York.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. He may not win in New York, right? But
Wait, he's gonna win in New York.
imagine, hold, let me finish. Imagine if Brunson actually won in New York for taking less money. You don't think they're gonna throw him everything?
No
Yeah.
doubt, no doubt. But
What
So,
you
but
happens
name
if
I'm saying, but
what
that's what
happens if
he's
he's
thinking.
gone?
He's so confident in himself, even though New York ain't gonna win shit.
but you just named two players. You just
Yo,
named, but
hold
Troy, you
on.
just
Like I
named two
said,
players
even though
whose
New York
fathers
ain't gonna
were
win
NBA
shit,
players.
listen, let me finish. Even though New York ain't gonna win shit, he has confidence in himself. So that confidence in himself, if it does pay out, that they do win it, he gonna get all that money thrown back.
Now
Plus more.
Okay,
this is a
but
debate.
Jay,
Hold on.
I got one question though. All right, because you brought up an interesting point. You said Kobe and Jalen Brunson. Kobe's father was Jelly Bean Bryant. Jalen Brunson's father was Rick
Jeff
Brunson.
Brunson.
They were
Rick Brunson.
Rick Brunson. Both
They were both trash.
both trash. Yet still, nonetheless, NBA players, ex NBA players who actually made more money than an average street baller. So when you look at like the average high schooler or the AAU player, right? They're coming up, they're watching people on TV. I can make money doing this. So when you compare Jalen Brunson and Kobe Bryant to Quan from the block, who's dumb nice at ball, right? When you're looking at Jalen Brunson and Kobe versus Quan on the block, they're two totally different dynamics. And I'm gonna tell you this here: most of the people that are gunning to make the pros are the Quans from the block. They're not the Jalen Brunsons, the Kobe Bryants, whose fathers are. So they're not in a position where they're comfortable. They grew up comfortably.
Check
Most
this out.
folks are going in for that. They come out the mud.
But it's a
This
lot of
this
AAU players that are suburban kids now. They're not necessarily from the hood
What
now.
is that?
this my last this
What
my
is that?
last this my
Would you
last
say that
point
the
about
majority
this,
of them
right?
are Suburbans?
This is my last point.
No, not majority.
Get your money, because if you don't win the NBA championship, you can always get a Big Three championship, nigga. Stop playing.
Yeah. With that being said,
The big three.
now have y'all noticed about the that was a good segue, Leo. I gotta say that. You know what I'm saying? That
That
was
was a
real smooth
crazy
right
ass
there.
segue. That segue was
Um
amazing, bro.
Now lately, The Ice Cube's Big Three's been looking like WWE with all the fights, drama, and antics. Do y'all think this is good for his good or bad for his brand right now?
I mean, it makes people want to watch. That's the intent.
Fuck
That was
yeah.
the intent, to make niggas want to watch.
Fuck yeah.
I hadn't
Because
even
to be
came.
honest with you,
I don't even know what's going on.
I'm gonna ask all y'all niggas. Do you know when any of these fucking games come on?
No.
No.
Absolutely not.
What channel they come on,
Exactly.
Troy? What channel?
I watch that shit on YouTube. The YouTube reruns.
All right, you know
Thank
what?
you.
Arthur,
You
what
watch
channel
the
they come on?
Has any one of you niggas actually watched the live action?
No.
Nah.
I've only seen one.
What
And
channel?
that was
Jay?
like,
And hold on, and let me ask you, Jay, was it by
It was by-
mistake?
yeah, I was just about to say it was by accident. It wasn't intentional.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
By
that
accident.
shit pretty good though. That shit is pretty
Nah,
good.
it's
It's not
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that,
but it's
though.
good. But you see what I'm getting at, right?
The theatrics is funny.
You're not watching the live action, nigga. You watching the YouTube clip.
Highlight.
Yeah.
Nah,
Jay,
shit.
It's not must see
Big
TV.
Three is on.
So
That's
my
it.
question to y'all is, who ever watched this shit live?
I've never watched it live.
Just
Troy.
the people there
Troy.
in the stadiums.
Troy, Jay said he caught it live. I want to know what the fuck station was it on where you caught it live at? Let
You
us
heard
know.
what he said? He said by
It was on
mistake. I
ESPN.
know you said what
It was
station.
on ESPN. I was flicking through the channels and it just happened to be on ESPN.
What night was it?
What happened?
What night was it?
Sunday.
Oh, man, it was like 2-3 years ago, bro. I
Hey,
don't
man,
know.
I see, bro.
He
You
said
do
3 years
that.
ago.
That shit do
Oh
be
no,
coming
he
on
said 3 years
TV.
ago.
It's on cable.
3
I
years
see
ago.
it.
I was flicking through the
Nigga,
channel.
you know when it was? It was a Tuesday at like 1:00.
Yo, that's bro.
The
That's
most
when you
recent
catch it on
shit.
ESPN.
The
Pause.
most recent shit I saw is the Beasley versus Dwight Howard team, and the Beasley doing all that extra shit, and that shit was kind of corny.
Now, are they trying to exploit Beasley right now?
What do you mean?
He's exploiting himself. I think he's talking too much. He needs to shut the fuck
What
up.
do you mean though, Jay, by exploit him? What do you mean?
Because you know they know he like to put on antics with his drama and stuff like that, his on and off the court antics and stuff like that. So now Ice
That's
Cube
not
is
the
like,
reason
hey,
why that nigga is number one. You know what it is? Can't nobody beat him in a one-on-one, quote unquote. So let's find out. Okay, but isn't Michael Beasley the one with the mental issue, or he's
Nah, that's
slow or fast, or he
you know
got
that's Michael Beasley.
ADD, or
He's
Nah,
a
he
that's
got
crash
something
out.
wrong with him?
Nah, that's what's the other dude name from
No,
DC?
it
No,
isn't.
no,
Beasley. It's
No,
that's
it
Michael
Beasley.
ain't
Beasley.
something
Nah,
wrong with
it's
Michael
another
Beasley.
dude. It's the dude
You
from
talking about Delonte West? You talking about
yeah.
Delonte West?
No, I'm
Delonte
not.
West.
No,
I
he's
am
not.
not
It's
No, I'm talking
talking
Michael
about. I'm talking
about
about.
Delonte West. I'm
I'm talking
talking
about who Arthur
about
was saying.
Michael Beasley. Michael Beasley has some sort. They say he has some sort of psychiatric issue, and that's one of the reasons why he's out of the league, because he said it was affecting him while he was playing.
And if y'all niggas don't believe it, watch the shit that he was saying to fucking Stevenson in that bullshit. And they're like, I'm a slow walkie, I'm a slow fuck you in the ass and shit. The
All
fuck?
right. Troy ain't gonna hold you. I was gonna try to defend him, but when you started talking about how he's talking, I was like, I'm dead in the water. You got it. You saying
Nigga,
some real extra
he said
suspect
that shit so creepy that Lance didn't even want to continue the fucking interview, nigga. The nigga was like, man, uncomfortable.
I don't want you guarding me if you talking like that. I don't want you
I ain't,
saying
Yeah,
I
he
ain't
was
trying to.
like, I'm a slowly fuck you. Like, what?
He might have
what?
said. He
And
might have been
Mike,
saying that to build up the match. But I ain't gonna take defense to him. But when he was on that, I don't know if y'all saw that episode where he was on the pivot like 3 years ago. He had a lot of personal shit going on within his family too that played a part in
But
things that went on
they
in
were
his life.
stealing from him. But that's still, even though that still don't make you want to talk to a nigga and tell you want to slowly fuck him.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I know. I said I'm not defending that. I'm not defending that.
Come on, man.
Because
Imagine
it's,
get to say
me
that
and
when
you,
I
Nate.
say it,
Me and you,
everybody look
Nate.
at me funny.
We having a
Troy
one on
say this
one.
shit with anger, and
We having
everybody
a
just
home
let
run.
Troy say
So
it.
hold
Troy
on.
just talking about
We having a
he could just
battle.
say
We having a
whatever he
home run
want.
joint, right? Me and you, Nate. We having a home run battle, right? I'm gonna go into your field, baseball. So we having a home run. I'm gonna be like, yo, I'm gonna slowly bat your ass, nigga.
That's crazy talk.
I'm gonna say you won. I'm gonna say you won because I'm not showing up.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. I'd be like, yo, yo, in baseball terms,
Thank
I'd be
you,
like,
Corey.
yo, when this nigga, yo,
Corey.
I'm be like, yo, when this nigga throw this fastball, I'm gonna hit this shit nice and slow, nigga. I'm gonna hit this shit nice and slow. Home run, nigga. Right up your ass, nigga. I'm gonna hit this home run.
That's
You ain't gonna feel uncomfortable?
crazy.
As fuck.
Corey, if
As
I said it,
fuck.
everybody's on
Saying?
my shit. And he get to say all that
Bro.
You
shit.
know what I'm saying?
Nobody
Like,
questions
yo,
Troy. Nobody says nothing to the angry chef motherfucker. He said that. Everybody say Unc said, damn, Unc, you trying to get us fired saying shit like that.
Bro,
yeah.
Michael Beasley's a
Imagine
wild
that
player.
shit. Imagine me, Nate, talking shit to you about a home run derby. And I'm like, yo, I'm gonna hit
You
that
just
shit
gotta
nice
do
and
it
slow,
business. You
nigga.
listening when you talk about it. You just describing it to a
Well,
T.
you gonna
Goddamn
wanna you ain't gonna wanna participate, right?
But I got a question though for y'all. Why is Michael Beasley deemed as crazy, right? Because of his on-court antics. I watched a baseball game the other day with two teams. They hit each other like 4 times apiece. The
Yo, bro,
pitchers were hitting people. Nate, it was
some whack
It was
craziness
the
it
right
was
Padres,
there,
Padres
bro.
and Dodgers game.
Padres and Dodgers game. Best game I saw all year.
I
Bro,
talked about it on the on the show yesterday.
But did
I
you
bro.
know.
not hear what I say? What Beasley be saying to niggas?
Yeah,
So
He do.
we
He do.
heard
Nigga,
He
you.
do.
there's no
I'm questioning
no
why
way
we
I'm
keep letting you
playing.
say it.
Yo, there's no way me and Leo,
I
me and
get to
Leo
say
set
it.
up
I
a
can't say
1-on-1,
it.
right?
You
I'm,
say
I'm
it.
gonna talk to
Everybody go.
I'm gonna talk to two ballers, right? I'm Leo. Me and Leo, we about to play 1-on-1. I'm like, yo, so I'm gonna slowly penetrate this motherfucking rock
Bro,
up your ass, nigga.
I'm
Like,
like, I'm
you
not
ain't gonna
playing.
want
Corey,
you ain't gonna want to fight, bro.
Corey, you see what I'm
I'm
saying,
not playing.
Corey? If it was me, Corey, if it was
You won by
me,
default.
we be in here. Unc
yo,
is
yo, yo. He got a
You got
point
it.
though. Nah,
tripping. Unc is just tripping. This
nah,
nigga over here is
nah.
giving everybody the
He
business
said,
with the fuck.
He
Up
said,
the bud,
hy-
he gone.
wow, that's crazy. He said
See,
hypothetical. That's crazy though. But
You won by default. I'm
he
not
right
playing.
though. He
You're
right.
not playing exactly.
I'm not
Yo, I'll be
playing that
like,
game with
yo,
Beasley. I'm
I
not
ain't
playing
I'm a
that game with
back.
arguing.
Beasley.
I just find it weird. You can say it. I can't.
Jamal, I'm gonna back you down nice and slow, make you like it, nigga.
you got it, son. You won,
Where's
You
the
bro.
done, bro.
disclaimer?
Matter of fact,
You
this not
done.
even my basketball no more. It's your basketball,
It
homie. You
ain't
good,
exactly.
dog. You good.
Now we
That
off
sound
ball,
that sound
bro.
that sound
Yo,
like that sound like what Fat Joe was telling dude to do.
you got your
Yo,
whole
but
you got the whole
Wait,
back to yourself, yo.
that's how that
wait.
nigga. That's how that nigga was talking to fucking Lance. He was like, "Yo, I'm gonna back
It's
you
yo.
down like nice and slow. I'm gonna make you love it, nigga. I'm gonna make you
What
love
y'all
when I
think?
back you down." Like,
Y'all
Wait,
think Fat
no,
Joe?
He do
we
Y'all
that
not
too
think Fat
good,
playing,
Joe
don't he,
bro.
about to
Corey?
join
We need to get that.
join
He
Diddy?
needs some help.
I'm gonna tell
He
you the
needs
truth.
some milk.
I'm gonna take Lee, Troy, Jet, all y'all, bro. What y'all put at the bottom here? I don't know nothing about this situation. I just heard about it today. I'm confused about it. Fat Joe fucking niggas?
That's what I heard. I
Nah,
heard
I
about it.
don't think it's true
I heard
though.
about it
he's
yesterday.
stealing little girl. He's stealing little girl
Nah.
cookies, allegedly.
Nah,
What?
Allegedly,
he counted to him, by the way.
He
He
what?
what?
allegedly. Hold on, real
He
fast.
counted to him, saying the nigga was lying, so he counted to him.
Allegedly,
Yeah,
somebody's saying that Fat Joe was stealing out here.
to be
Little
honest,
girl.
I don't think that one is true, bro. I
What did he
mean,
do?
I just don't.
What did he do? Somebody please tell me what he
Hold on.
did.
I'm gonna show. Hold on. I'll
Supposedly
show
he
you right
essayed
now.
some dude. I don't know.
Nah, it's
A
not a
dude?
dude.
Art?
Yeah.
No. Hold up.
Oh, it's a
It was
female.
supposedly, allegedly, it was supposed
It
to be a little
say
girl, and he had his homeboy over there making his
Pull that
homeboy
article
watch him.
up.
Oh, okay.
it say Terrence T.A. Dixon, once a hype man to rapper Fat Joe, has sued his former employer for $20 million, making some allegations that might blend right into Sean Diddy Combs' RICO sex trafficking case. A federal
Wow.
lawsuit filed Thursday in U.S. District Court in the Southern District of New York and reviewed by the Time alleges that the rapper underpaid Dixon, cut him out of promotion, paid for contributing to albums, tracks, defrauded authorities about his income, ditched Dixon in foreign countries without money or transportation, home, and is running a criminal organization built on intimidation and violence. The lawsuit alleges that Fat Joe forced the hype man, a sort of backing vocalist who pumps up the audience, into approximately 4,000 sex acts with women in front of him and his crew.
What?
The 54-year-old rapper born Joseph Cartagena is also accused of having sexual relationships with girls who were 15 and 16. The allegation goes back to when the rapper was in his late 30s. The lawsuit says Fat Joe's song "She's My Mama," which has graphically sexual lyrics, was based on what is alleged to have happened with him and one of the girls in real life. The lawsuit says.
Bro.
Wow. I don't know.
Wait, what the fuck you mean you don't know?
I mean, it's very detailed.
Man, explain that to me. What the fuck you mean you don't know? I don't know. I'm sorry, y'all.
I'm gonna hold judgment. I'm gonna hold judgment because I will say this. I do believe the fact that he may have been having sex with 15-year-old girls is kind of believable.
Oh wow, why? Oh shit.
Because that's what a lot of these celebrities do.
Corey, I mean, listen, I understand why you saying, oh, wow, why, but oh, wow, why not? I mean, it's not like that doesn't sound.
It's not that unbelievable.
That doesn't sound wild.
It really doesn't.
That's something that if it happened, it could be believable because, like you said, everybody's over there. Every one of them chicks, bro. I mean, come on, you see them. We know they do that shit.
You know what though? For me, I'm sorry. It's hard to be believing a lot of this shit that's like come out of the blue 20 years later.
Yeah.
And Troy, you're right because it's very sensationalized.
Because to me, it feels like it's popular. Like niggas is like, yo,
it's sensational.
No, hold on. It's like everybody coming out and like, oh shit, I can get paid 20 years later for bullshit.
For bullshit I participated in?
Yeah, exactly. That I participated
and willingly, Leo raised your hand and said, I will. I'll do this.
Bro, from R. Kelly to Bill Cosby.
And that's my point. That's my point.
Like, bro, they're all saying, like, okay. 20 years later. And the dangerous thing about it is, the most dangerous thing to me about it is when I go online and I see black people, right, and they're talking about Bill Cosby, and they're joining in with the whole the group chants of Bill Cosby and all this. He did it, or OJ did it, and I'm like, nigga, you supporting them opening sealed documents 20 years after they've been sealed is going to fuck you over more than it fucks that celebrity over. What it's gonna do to us on the hood level, the individual level, as a community, they're gonna be able to open up old cases and come up with other bullshit for us. And people are saying, yeah, he did not do that shit.
Well, you see that is like Corey said. So it's like, look. So basically, as once you get popping and you making some money, allegations.
I mean, this dude has been saying this shit for the past couple of years and shit. This TA nigga, he has been all over all the podcasts and shit.
I ain't never seen that nigga on Art of Dialogue or on Vlad.
Yeah, he's been on all them shits. Dialogue, Vlad.
I don't watch Vlad no more.
Everybody you name, he's been all on that shit talking about Fat Joe did him dirty, owes him money. Fat Joe's fucking little bitches.
Hey, listen, since we're giving shout outs to other platforms, listen, make sure every Monday y'all tune in to D Rigger Presents Moments with Unc. All right. That's Monday at 9:30 p.m. You know what I'm saying? Unc, I did it right. I held you down. You seen that, right? And then don't forget also on the virtual
I'm allowing you to do the intro, bro. Go ahead and do the promo.
I appreciate it. And then don't forget on Thursdays. On Thursdays, we have MLB with Nate the Great, you know what I'm saying, where he gives you that weekly rundown of the baseball topics and what's going on in the MLB world, Joe. But yeah, because we was out there giving shout outs to Vlad and everybody else, you know, we got to give ourselves a shout out. Let the people know what's going on.
Monday nights, people.
You know it.
I just want to know how a nigga, how a grown man forces another grown man to 4,000 sexual acts he don't want to commit.
Yo, and
so,
do they have a counter?
Ahead, Corey, I know you want to answer this.
I'm not going to answer. I got a question too, because that 4,000 shit is crazy. How do you know it's 4,000? You know how you have a counter?
He had a counter.
Clicker
click,
when you have a
he was clicking it.
Freak shit like
Will Chamberlain numbers.
No, like Jason said. No, like Jason said earlier. He was like, at 4,000, you're just gay.
No, it wasn't with other dudes though. He's alleging that he made him like know how punning them made that Triz
Well,
shit.
tell me. If you made a nigga watch you,
That's what he said. What he's saying is Fat Joe used to watch him fuck other bitches.
Well, that's gay.
That is.
No, it's not. It's just freaky deaky shit. That's some pervy goddamn. Like that's
Okay.
why they're putting it on
So
Diddy level.
my
That's
question
what Diddy
was,
was
wait.
doing.
Was
That's
he
what
saying
Diddy
that?
said. Allegate. Sorry,
Hold
Troy.
on.
Alligated. That's what he was alligated to
Hold on.
doing. I'm sorry. My bad.
He said that. He said that Fat Joe used to pay him to watch fuck other bitches, right?
Fat Joe used to watch
Was he
bitches.
saying this same shit in the other podcast, or this is new?
No, he was saying that shit in the other podcasts and shit.
Oh, really?
He was getting more graphic. He was like that nigga would like Fat Joe be like, yo, TA, do that move that you do. Do that move that you do.
That's gay. That's gay. That is gay.
Come in here.
I'm
Come
sorry.
in here.
You gay. You gay. That's cool. I got friends. I got my coworkers. Bro, they're not gonna deny that shit. They're gonna say Corey. They're like, what? That's gay. What, bro? How you gonna watch another nigga hump highlights?
Ask Diddy.
So we're gonna go.
No.
So we're really gonna take it into consideration, like, you know how like Cuban Link for years been going on saying stuff, and most people side with what he say, but they believe like everything he say most of the time about it.
Well, he was saying that Fat Joe was shorting him on the money though.
Yeah,
he was saying a whole lot of stuff.
Cuban never said no gay shit, bro.
No, I'm not talking about it just being gay. I'm just talking about in general, like the stories he have about Joe.
I understand that, but I'm saying
he never said good
I
shit.
think Cuban Links would have had some gay shit on deck.
You're right. He hasn't come out with any of that yet either, too. So
Well, remember when Pun is Alive on the albums, they used to have them skits of running triz on bitches and shit like that. Remember that Funkmaster Flex skit? It's like, oh, we fucking like two wild bears in the forest. You should see us.
I get that, but it was never. It was like him and Pun. It wasn't like, yo, my bodyguard, go fuck this bitch so I can get off.
You know,
hey, since we're talking about rappers, can I ask y'all a question? Did y'all already ask the question? And what's the matter with Jim Jones?
Oh,
next topic. This is a new one.
Oh,
Next topic.
Go ahead, Jay.
I didn't know, y'all.
Come on, go ahead, Jay.
So the next one coming up.
Yo, Jay, yo, you know what? I'm gonna give you, you getting a chip for that one. That's some good shit right there, Jay. So, I'm not a Jim Jones fan. I've never been a Jim Jones fan. I like Nas,
bullshit,
but I need to understand what this motherfucker. Y'all ask.
Okay,
Jim Jones says. So y'all understand. Jim Jones says that he's a better rapper than Nas.
No, he ain't saying that. Here go
what he said.
Listen.
What Jim Jones have done in this game. A lot of these rappers have done a tremendous job, and I take nothing away from them. But they forget I got a hell of a catalog. Me, Jim Jones, myself. Gold records, platinum records, gold albums, platinum albums. No, me, Jim Jones. No diplomats, me, Jim Jones. Check my track record, then check everybody else's track record, then go to the billboards and check all my entries and check all my entries and shit like that. And I'm not taking nothing away from nobody. I've been spanking a lot of this shit. I'm talking about the industry. I've been putting on. I gotta show you the statistics of what I've done. You heard to what other people was done. You heard them. You want to go to the billboard entries, pull up Nas billboard entries, then pull up my billboard entries.
Listen, we can't compare the two. What I'm trying to tell you.
No, I want to go there. I want to go down the line now because now we going down the line. Jim Jones and what Jim Jones.
And you know the internet did what the internet do, and they pulled up them entries, and that shit wasn't even close.
Pull up the numbers, please. Can you put the numbers up, please? Till I saw the numbers.
You want to know? It's a lot to a little. Nas over motherfucking Jim Jones. Let's just be clear on that. Ain't nobody stupid. This dude is like, what are you, the Black Trump now? You can just tell somebody something and everybody gonna believe it? Get the fuck out of here, man. I need this shit to stop right now. Whoever's a fan of Jim Jones, y'all need to call your boy and help him out. He ain't got a catalog. That nigga got a couple of 45s.
Earlier. I said something earlier that all y'all forgot, right?
Mm-hmm.
You pulled up Nas' name, right? Y'all remember back in the day with Jim Jones and Nas? I took gotta ask y'all
Yeah,
real quick.
man. I saw the video
Yeah,
today.
do y'all
I saw the
remember
video today,
anything?
Troy.
Huh?
Nas, I saw Nas in the video today from like '05. He was talking about if he came out with a diss record, he was like, "What I look like this and Jim Jones? He ain't on my
No,
level."
but I'm just
He's like,
saying, y'all remember what Jim Jones used to say about Nas?
The
Y'all
Kufi,
remember or y'all forgot?
the
"Oh
Kufi
yeah,
sample.
off your kufi,
The
open your
Koofy,
kufi,
yeah.
open your
So
kufi." Yeah.
so a lot of people forgot about that. So him bringing up Nas, he been had that shit on his mind.
So retarded motherfucker, man.
Yeah, but you go at somebody different though. You do your homework before you start going
No,
at
but
them.
I'm
Stop
saying, but
messing
that
with
whole
these people
Koofy
that are
shit,
stars. You
that
just
shit's
trying to
still in
put
his
your
mind.
name.
Can we discuss though why this originally came up? Because the young boys were talking about it. They had a conversation on a podcast with some young boys and some older folks, right? Some older gentlemen, and the
And
young boys were saying that to them in their
we spoke
generation that
about that
it was
before you got on the air, bro.
Yeah, we already
oh
had that one, bro. Yeah.
a
Plus,
word.
you gotta understand, Jim
Yeah.
Jones
Yeah,
used to
but
use it
So
for his
and
younger
basically,
again,
like,
crowd.
so to me,
it's a head shaker, Corey. It's
you
a head
can't talk
shaker.
to if you're gonna talk about lyrics and different shit with people. If you're gonna talk to a person that was born in 2015 and up, it's not gonna work out the way you think it is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
You see what I'm saying? Or
Yeah.
even 2000, a person who's born in 2005 or 2000. You gotta understand, they're not they're not even 15, 18 until 2018.
Yeah, but like somebody said,
So anything
Jim and Nas is the same
that
age.
happens close to the same age. But the thing is
They're
that
3 years
Jim
apart.
is Jim is a Jim is a YN OG.
I like
At
that.
50 years
It
old, at
ain't even
48 years old.
it ain't even that. It's just I get what Jim is saying,
Jim
but
raps about shit that's relevant to the youth.
he really don't though.
Kind of he do.
He
Like
really
you gotta
don't.
understand. Like
Like we say that,
Yo,
but
can you
ain't no
just
young
be a little
niggas
bit
really
more
listen.
flatter with that,
yeah,
Leo?
No,
but he
ain't
No,
rhyme
no
about
young
he
niggas
ri-
listen to
he
Jim Jones
when
and
fuck
Jim
that,
talks,
Leo.
Tupac.
he rhymes about the newest clothes, ain't everything they into.
Right, but just like Nas, everybody that's listening to Jim Jones in 2025 is old niggas. It's all unks. Is this like that's something you
No,
get it?
I understand that, but
Really?
they. You remember when we were young, we were listening to old niggas too, and it was dope to us. And it's the same that's going on now, but the younger kids they gravitate more to Jim Jones because he's a YN OG and he's spitting this shit. He's spitting shit that they more
Jim
I
Jones
mean,
related
be
to.
I
Jim
mean,
Jones be rapping for the old heads who still think they
Like
young.
you even said Leo. You was like, now say shit that go right over their fucking head,
But
right.
and
can I ask a
nobody
question?
want and in today's rap, nobody wants to hear shit that goes over their head.
Well, I got a question. Well, nah, you're right. Nah, never mind. You no questions. You're right. Yeah, rap is dumb as fuck now. You're right. You're right. You're right. Damn.
I mean, but it
Nobody,
don't.
you see,
I
you know
don't.
what
I
the
don't.
thing is?
I don't
Even
subscribe to
like
that either.
Leo, you say Leo. That's like with Prodigy, right? You say a lot of things. I hear you a lot of times when you be saying when we be like, "Oh, this thing is dope," and then you start reciting lines that they say. You like, "Oh, well, this nigga said whack shit, right?"
Uh-huh.
So in rap, niggas our age, right? We look for lyrics. We look to hear some slick shit, right? Am I
True
wrong?
as true
Yeah,
as
you're right.
fuck. True as fuck. True. Go
Am I
ahead.
wrong?
You cooking? You
Yeah,
cooking? You
you're
cooking?
right.
So
Go
we
ahead.
look
You're right.
we so when we listen to the lyrics, we looking to hear some dope shit like, oh, that shit was crazy. You know what I'm
Rewind
saying?
that type shit.
These kids just look for as soon as the niggas say, yo, I fucked a bitch last night, niggas like, oh, that shit is wild. You know what I'm saying? Like it ain't the same, bro. It
But
ain't the same.
that's usually how it goes with everything. Like casuals make the system go round. You know what I'm saying? So
Exactly.
even in our era, we have bubblegum shit. Like perfect example, right? We might have liked the older dudes, but let's not act like we wasn't jacking. Jump. The miggity. That shit
Okay.
was bullshit. But
Okay,
it was the number
so
one
hold on.
it was the number one song at the time.
Okay, so I'm
But
gonna
here's the
retaliate
thing:
to that shit.
we wasn't,
Yeah.
we wasn't,
Hold
we
on.
wasn't taking.
Leo,
Go ahead.
yeah, we did like that jump shit, right? But at
Who?
the end of the day, what albums did we want to cop when we were 17, 18? We wanted to cop Cuban Links.
Let's keep it a buck.
Illmatic.
We were singling it out like a motherfucker in the 90s, because in the 90s we had singles and all that. So
Yeah,
motherfuckers.
99-cent singles.
No, but we had dope ass albums, right?
Yeah, we
Because
did that
I was listening to the whole Illmatic album. I was listening to the whole Cuban Link album, bro. You know what I'm saying? I was listening to the whole album. Yo, in our era, we were listening to whole albums. We loved songs.
Album oriented
Hold
music,
on.
bro. You're right.
Remember,
Album oriented.
you got to remember. Think back. You used to like songs that wasn't on the radio. That was a time when we
Radio.
liked songs that wasn't even radio played. You know what I'm
Smooth
saying?
the Hustler. Smooth the Hustler, Troy. Smooth the Hustler.
Like there's
Honest.
just a like there's just an album, right? There's just an album.
Jizza.
We
Liquid
like
Sword.
that one shit. But then we went and we listened to the whole album. I
Fire.
love shit off that Jizza album that wasn't even a fucking
Fire.
video, bro.
Right. Because the same shit applied then.
You remember that
The bullshit was getting played.
time? You remember that time that you loved songs that wasn't even a That's what I'm saying. But we came from a time where we loved shit that wasn't on the radio play. We loved albums. We loved albums at that time. We were like, yo, this song is dope. And we played that shit.
You know what, Troy? I'm gonna piggyback on that. Troy's 1,000% right. I'm gonna tell you why. Back in those days, the culture, like hip hop, was really supported by the grassroots, by the folks, by black folks, because that was our music, our expression. As it grew, you started to see more and more artists long for that crossover appeal. They want to make the Billboard charts. I want to sell this many albums. I want to sell this. It's about numbers and about charting and all this other stuff and about what people like. But this is why I tell people all the time that if you chart as an artist, that does not mean your music is good. That means that white people are buying it. So
Right.
you have a consistent fan base when you're staying true to your game, keeping it true. Like when I mean like not trying to appeal to other audiences, like a Kendrick Lamar. I don't think Kendrick Lamar is trying to appeal to other audiences. I think he's trying to appeal to his audience. But people are exactly, you know what I'm saying? So people are made to go into his world instead of us going into their world, doing like a Michael Jackson Thriller album.
So, Corey, let me ask you this.
When my soul says I'm off the wall.
What year the Jizza album came out? 1995, right? So
yeah,
this is right. The masses didn't want to hear Liquid Swords. You know what the fuck they was bumping in 95? Mr. Boombastic, Mr. Fantastic. Get the fuck out of it.
Like, but this is what
that wasn't it though,
bro.
Saying
like,
certain people did that, but us, I'm talking about us right here. Us, Leo, you, Corey, Jamal, right?
The hip hop nerds don't.
No, exactly. What were we playing? Was you playing Boom Basket, nigga?
Who the fuck heard that Looney's album?
Yeah, but exactly. But was you playing that really?
No.
I'm talking to the real niggas right now. Was you playing that?
None of that.
Was you playing that?
It's the first
thing on the radio.
Arthur, was you playing Boom Bastic, nigga? Exactly. You was playing that real. This is what I'm saying. I'm going back
Troy,
to
as
Nate.
To this shit, bro. Troy, as Nate. Nate, was you playing Boom Bastic, Nate?
We wasn't listening to it.
Nate, was you playing Boom Bastic?
We didn't listen.
None of us was, right?
The people that made that shit go diamond was listening to
that. I understand what you're saying, but I'm not talking to those people right now. I'm talking to us.
But that's what's
you
happening.
See what I'm
now.
saying? I get what you're saying 100%. But I'm talking about the purists, the ones that we love hip hop, right? We were not playing that. We're playing tracks that we heard on an album.
But we wasn't paying the bills.
We were
You know what I'm saying? The purists
1995.
wasn't paying bills.
You know what? Niggas wasn't. Oh, Liquid Swords was on the radio. You know what was on the radio? If you walk by every night, oh yeah, that bullshit ass ODB and Mariah. Like, come on, bro. Like,
me and Mariah.
You know what's funny? But you know what's funny though, Leo. At the same time,
bullshit.
At the same time, hold on. But radio back in the day, Hot 97 back in the day, played shit that we liked. Actually,
They played a lot of bullshit too.
it got worse. No, hold on. It got at the 2000s. I would say from the 2000s on.
Don't do that, Troy, because I'm gonna hit you with another one, right? Liquid Swords was not on the radio more than I wish I was a little bit taller. I wish I was a ball.
I like that joint.
Fuck
I did like
Yeah, no. You know what? That song that you just said, that was more. That hold. That song that you just said, bro, that was more on MTV Jams, than it was on fucking Hot 97.
Let me hit you with another one. Cotton candy, sweet as gold. Let me see you get the fuck out. Like,
there will be no.
You know what, Leo? You just mad because you can't lie. You can't do the Tootsie Roll, and you mad because you can't do it. I just think that you just didn't want to go out there and Tootsie Roll.
Listen, I was in Carolina when that dropped. It was hot in Carolina, and you go to them dances and that joint come on. You already know.
Leo was refusing to go to the club and dance to that shit. Leo was a nigga up against the wall.
That's all I'm
You
saying.
ain't Tootsie rolling with that.
Hold up.
Fuck that.
Let me ask
I
y'all this
like
question.
it, but I ain't getting up and doing no Tootsie Roll.
Hold up. So now we can
But
say that the
nigga,
radio
back in the
played-
day,
but did I go?
That was a day that.
A matter of fact,
Yo,
1995.
New York radio wasn't playing that.
What's that nigga name? 1995. What's that nigga? Damn. I'm trying to sing it. Gangsters Paris. How that shit go?
Coolio.
Coolio. Like that joint. That shit went 100 platinum, bro.
But you ain't like that song.
Yeah. But it wasn't playing in New York. But I'm trying to say, it wasn't playing on New York radio like that, bro.
Where I live. I ain't never lived nowhere but New York. That shit was all over the radio. Every other song, bro.
It was attached to
Every
it.
other song.
It was.
That was on the soundtrack.
Every other song.
Jay, Leo, you said most of our lives, Gangsta Paradise '95, right? But we also had the hey y'all, can I get some? The sound of the warrior. Remember that shit, the King Just shit? We had a lot of
that was underground in the motherfucker.
We had a lot of underground shit being played on High
he playing that independent music. What the fuck is that, bro?
But it was played during that underground rap was played after 9 o'clock. You know, the commercial rap was played.
Bro, I remember,
played
bro.
during time.
I remember, bro.
Jay, you a New Yorker. You tell me that King Just Warriors drum was getting played on Hot 97 every day or around the clock. I thought it was Wu-Tang.
Only in New York.
Only in New York.
Nah, they played the Wu down south.
No flows on the radio.
They played the Wu. They ain't played the
King
Wu.
Just, you're right. You know what, bro?
King Just was only in New York, yo.
You know what, fellas?
No flows on the rodeo.
Nah, they played the Wu down south.
Fellas,
they were talking about King Just.
King Just.
Oh,
I ain't talking about the
bro. Jay,
nah, they ain't played King Just down south.
I'm sorry, I was wrong as fuck. You're right. Y'all right. Nobody was checking for King Just.
That was living, and that was played after 9 o'clock on Hot 97.
You're right. I'm wrong as fuck, bro.
Who's the other nigga?
Like Corey just said, I just remember New York radio being New York radio, bro.
It was different. It was
like that King Just
nowhere but New York radio.
Shit. I used to hear that all the time. Hey, that shit. That's all I heard. That's all I heard.
You wasn't listening really then, because my nigga, I'm naming the top joints that was played on the radio.
What about Winter
Wars? It sound like
I'm not talking about.
I don't know, man. I think you were secretly.
No, I'm not talking about the joints that you had to stay up to listen to Funk Flex or Barbito to hear those tracks.
Okay, so
because on the everyday, all day long, all them songs I'm talking about, those was the most popular. Like I said, nigga, the casuals make the world go round. So people who just turn on the radio, non hip hop nerds, they don't want to fucking hear no King Just, no motherfucking liquid swords and this and that. They want to hear.
But that's the crazy thing. But you
Smooth
see,
Theory.
but
They want to hear.
you
I
see how
want
we
some of
talking
that
about it now? There was a fan base of us that wanted that though, because you're talking about it. I'm talking about it.
Bro,
Everybody on this podcast is talking about it.
Right, and
Yeah.
So,
does that,
so there was. This is what I'm
fast forward to
saying. The
2025.
difference is now. The difference is now is there. Back then, there was a room. There was space to talk about this shit. We had fans that could talk about this shit. Now, it ain't the same, bro.
Bro,
Well,
I'm
that's
looking.
because you
Look,
got you
me
got
tell you
young niggas
something.
saying that.
We got these young kids talking about.
Hold on. That's not do that. I don't subscribe to that. Listen, Billboard. This means it's played on Hot 97, 107.5, 100.3, all that shit, right? Billboard's year-end Hot 100 singles. Now I'm just gonna read the top 10. Gangsta's Paradise, number 1. Waterfalls, TLC, number 2. Number 3, Creep, TLC. Number 4, Kiss from a Rose, Seal. Number 5, On Bended Knee, Boys to Men.
Pussy. I'm sorry.
Number 6,
not hip-hop.
Another
It's
Night,
not hip-hop.
Real McCoy. Number 7, Fantasy, Mariah Carey. Number 8, Madonna, Take a Bow. Number 9,
She had a
Monica,
rapper in her.
Don't Take It Personal. Number 10, Montel Jordan, This Is How We Do It. Number 11, Donnie Farris, I Know. Number 12, Boys to Men, Water Runs Dry. Number 13, Adina Howard, Freak Like Me.
Yeah.
Number 14, Blues Run Around. I don't know what the fuck that is. 15, All for One, I Can't Love You Like That. Number 16.
That's a banger.
Do you hear Pat in here? Where the fuck
Okay,
you
okay,
hear?
but okay, I
Do you
get
hear
the pattern, but I'm gonna ask you one thing, and like I said again, fuck all of that. What did y'all niggas
You
want?
heard no
When
hip
you
hop in that whole 15 list right there, and I wasn't even done. There's a whole 100 more. You're probably gonna get 5 of the niggas that we all collectively like in
That's
that 100
crazy.
list Billboard.
That's crazy.
But
Fast
I mean,
forward to 2025. If you look at the Billboard Top 100, we're gonna have the same discussions. Shit that we like will not be in that 100 list.
Hey, Leo, Troy, Jay, I got a question for everybody. Which one of y'all niggas said when he said I can love you like that, said that shit was fire? Who said that shit was fire?
It was. I don't give a fuck what you say.
Who said that?
That was
Who said
me.
that?
But
That shit was
you
hot.
know what?
That
Y'all
shit
make
was
the
hot.
point. I said I'm not talking to. I'm talking to the people that love like us that love rap. When you came home, was you playing any of that top 10 or top
Bro,
20?
I understand what you're saying,
so
but when you
listen.
came home, let me ask you this, Troy. I get what you're saying, but let me get you to understand this. When you came home, did you go on? There wasn't really computers like that. Did you get on the phone and was calling Hot 97, these radio stations? Yo, play that liquid store there. You wasn't doing that. You know who was doing that? The casuals. You know why? Nobody ain't in that top Billboard 100 up until 23 with Biggie, One More Chance, because just like in 2025, bubblegum shit makes music go round, bro. It's
I understand, but I'm just saying, at that
always
time when we were growing up, radio wasn't a big part of my life. I bought
Absolutely,
albums.
it was. Absolutely.
It
We had
was.
Spotify
Oh, it
and
was. It
YouTube
was.
and all that. That's all we had was radio. That's my point.
Spotify, nigga. When I was growing up, I didn't know what the fuck is Spotify, nigga.
Exactly.
Yo, I'm talking
All we
about.
had
I'm
was
talking about
radio.
growing up. I'm talking about growing up in the '90s. When growing up in the '90s, I was going to the Wall. I was going to the place called the Wall and buying singles, nigga,
And you know,
and buying albums.
and you know what the most singles were being brought? Gangsta's
But
Paradise.
I'm talking about by me
TLC
and by the people, my peers, the niggas I hung out with. That's how we bought, nigga. When we went to the Wall, bro, we brought. Hold on, like I said, my peers, the niggas I grew up with. When we went to the Wall,
like 20 people. I'll give you 50.
Well, then guess what? That's the 20 people I know that grew up with.
Bro.
But when I went, I'm just telling you how I grew up, bro. I
But
don't.
Troy,
Like I said, whatever.
So where you
But
live,
what I'm just
because
saying.
but you trying to tell me you didn't hear what history is telling us what was on the radio all day, regardless
I'm
of
not
what you
saying what
wanted
was on
to
the radio.
hear.
I
When you
wasn't
come
a
on
radio
radio,
head though. That's the.
what we
You know
want to
what?
hear.
That's the difference. I wasn't a radio dude. I didn't listen to the radio.
but
I bought
Troy,
albums, bro.
Troy,
Okay,
Troy,
Troy.
Leo.
I was 15 years old, so nah, I wasn't buying albums like that. I ain't had it like that.
I was.
Me neither.
I
I'm telling
was.
you.
I don't know
Hey,
what
You
you're
know what I
talking
mean?
about.
Like to be honest with you, I was buying. I was listening to Grave Diggers and shit like that. Like
You know how I got albums? I was putting everybody's name on that Columbia House shit so they could send me them 8 CDs for real.
oh damn. Well, you know what?
Yo,
That's
that's
how I
showing
was
our
listening to
age, bro.
albums.
Chill, Leo.
Like,
That's
come
showing
on,
our
man.
age,
No,
bro.
but you know what, Leo. You know what Leo is proven, which it ain't bad, is that niggas grew up different.
But
That's it.
Bro, you trying to remix history, bro.
But can I ask
I'm not
anybody else a
remixing
question?
history. I'm
So,
telling you
speaking of,
that we
you
wait,
listen
hold
grew
to
up
on.
no
different.
radio growing
Speaking
up
of
in the
remix
90s. You ain't
history,
listen to no radio.
all right. So
That's not
Lord
remixing
Jamar
history.
returns to
That's
Vlad.
growing up different, bro. You
Bro,
grew up
when
different than I did.
in 2025 and in 1995, if you go into any establishment, they're going to have the radio on, just like in 1995. If you go into anywhere, when you driving in the car, most people, that's why radio still exists. That's why these billboards things exist. That's why these people sell all these, because most people ain't us. Again, you taking 20, 30, 40 people you know, and you comparing that to the majority.
Exactly, but see, you're ranting and you're not listening to what I'm saying. We grew up differently.
That don't change the reality.
Point blank
That
different.
don't change
And
the
yeah,
reality.
exactly. What you were
Gangsta
into or what
Paradise
you
still
thought,
went
whatever.
100 times platinum.
I didn't listen. I'm telling you from
Neither
my
did I. It
perspective.
don't change that it went 100 times platinum.
And I'm trying to tell you, I didn't listen to
I
whatever
don't
what was
listen
on
to
the
Nicki
radio.
Minaj. It don't change that she was on the radio and everywhere.
Oh my fucking
every other
god! Are
song.
you gonna rant or are you gonna actually listen?
I think both y'all are saying the same thing. To be honest with you,
Exactly, because he's not listening to anything I'm saying.
But
He's
hear me out. Hear
ranting
me out.
and he's not listening.
I'm
But hear me
listening
out.
to
I'm
what you're
saying
saying.
that what you did, what you did and what you know,
Bro, in
I
95,
didn't.
we all did the same shit, bro. Like, you making it seem like as soon as you walked in your house, you was albums all day long, bro. That's not real, bro. Like, niggas
It
had
is real.
radio
That's what I
songs, bro.
did.
Niggas
That's
had
what I
radio
did
songs.
when I moved from the Bronx upstate. I didn't listen to the radio, bro.
So you like
I
one
bought,
of a million. You like one of a million because most people listen to the radio.
well, guess
And
you know why?
why from
And
95
that's the
to
and guess what?
2025,
And guess what?
bubblegum shit
And guess what?
controls
That's the beauty of being an individual.
But
That's the beauty of everybody being different.
I have a question for
Everybody
y'all,
is
though.
different. Everybody grew up different. Nobody grew up the same, my nigga.
But Troy, I got a question for all y'all. How many people on this podcast right now grew up or from the state of New York? Raise your hand if you're from the state of New York. Raise your hand. Do you? All right. So and then we're all the same age, around the same age. I think we all can remember when the first day Hot 97 came on the air. Do you guys remember that day?
Yeah, because you know what? It used to be 107.5.
Thank you. Yep.
Nope. Jay, you're close.
And 98.7.
Exactly.
98.7.
from 100,
DJ Red Alert.
103.5,
Exactly.
the Hot 10. It changed, but we wouldn't know that because nobody listened to the radio.
That's my thing. That's what I'm saying. I'm goes to prove your point because we all have memories of when Kiss FM stopped playing R&B and they said, I'm gonna start playing rap, and they said we're gonna start our own.
They went to straight R&B.
Hot 97. We all listened to it. The first song we heard on Hot 97 was "Get Money" remix. The second song we heard was, if y'all remember, it was "Ain't No Nigga" with Jay-Z and Foxy Brown. I'll never forget that day that shit came on the air. Hot 97 hit like a meteor. So I hear what you guys are saying about album stuff, but we have our knowledge of albums. We get directions to buy albums from the shit we hear on the radio. And Hot 97 when they first came on, they weren't playing. They weren't playing most of that popcorn shit. Now as time went by, they started playing the popcorn shit. But when they first came out, they were playing hip hop, like the shit we liked. Remember Future Flavors with Marley Marl and Pete Rock?
bro. And you
Bro,
know,
they used to play,
right?
but that was after 12, though. That was after 12. You're right.
After 9
After
Exactly.
12. You're right. You're right.
Exactly.
Nah, you're right.
night.
Nah, I just made your point. You're right.
Now,
Nah, you got a point.
I'll be honest
Nah,
with
you
you.
cooked.
I
Nah, you
grew
got a
up.
point.
I
After
grew up
12.
listening to the radio a lot, listening to Hot 97, 105.1,
Bro, we all did,
Kiss
bro.
FM.
We all
Yo,
did.
they did play a lot of that commercial music and stuff like that because listen, I remember Gangsta Paradise because one, it was in a movie, it was a soundtrack for a
Bro,
movie.
1995, right?
But
If like for old albums out. Come on, if we wasn't listening to the radio, like we wasn't watching the box and watching Luke Doodoo Brown be number one for like 5 years.
You got it.
But
yo, the commercials what pay the bills though. The commercial stuff pays the bills.
Exactly.
Underground stuff wasn't paying the bills.
Exactly.
So
and that's what I'm saying. He talking about, oh, we grew up different. I listened to albums, bro. Most of the albums wasn't even going platinum back then. So how everybody listening to albums when, like, that's what I'm saying. You go to the Wiz back in '95, nigga. Everybody was buying singles and shit. That's why all that list I named, that shit was going 2, 3, 4, 5 platinum because everybody was buying singles.
yeah, because they would drop singles first and see how the single went.
Bro, one album would marinate for like 2, 3 years.
Yeah.
Album comes out.
Yeah. That's how it used to be because if you look at the pop charts from back in the 80s, Michael Jackson's Thriller was on the pop charts for years. That's how it was back then. Albums it would be years before an artist dropped another album.
That's what I'm
That's
saying.
when we started seeing like the advent of artists back to back in albums. So the demand got more. Like, all right, this guy's hot. We need to hear more of this cat. So they come up with albums by themselves, come up with features. That's when we started seeing the increase of features on albums, even though it should have been a thing back in the days. Like it did change. It did in fact change. The singles game did change everything. And Hot 97, in all honesty, when it came out, we all was there. We all were there.
Last topic before we speaking of change, and last topic before we get off for the night, because we have been on here for 2 hours and about 15 minutes.
Damn.
Lord Jamal returns to Vlad. Did he play himself or is he allowed to change his mind? So, as you may not know, a couple of years ago, Lord Jamal was like he's never doing Vlad again because he exploits the culture, black culture, getting people locked up, saying he's an informant, yada yada yada, carrying stuff like that. Now recently he went back to the platform and everything, and you know how Lord Jamal prides himself as being a woke black man in America, always speaking up for our rights and where we've been marginalized and whatnot. So how do y'all feel about this, yo? Oh no,
everybody think
gets
about once.
silent.
Don't everybody think about once.
I don't think
Yo, look. All right, I'll say one thing, but I don't think it really matters. Lord Jamal was part of the Brand Nubian. Brand Nubian was a pretty good rap group back in the day.
Pro black.
And other than fucking Sadat X and Grand Puba, I think Lord Jamar didn't get any fucking enough cred to what he did. But my question is, yo, bro, you're not that in that level that I
you ain't that
we
important.
should worry about you.
You ain't that
important.
Yo, come on, the nigga hangs out with 5 mics.
I really okay.
Who the fuck is 5 mics?
Maybe.
Exactly.
I don't know that, and I don't care.
Exactly.
I don't care.
Don't nobody
Ain't nobody
care,
gonna
man.
Y'all niggas not gonna tell me who 5 mics is?
I don't know who 5 mics is, man. Who's that?
Leo, tell him who 5 mics is.
Somebody tell me who fucking 5 mics is. I don't know who they are.
I don't
5 mics is a rapper.
A New York rapper.
I don't care.
He's what?
Hold on, hold on, no. No, he's asking a real question, like who he is. He don't know who 5 mics is in general.
Grand Rising on this.
Oh shit! Hold on. You heard that?
Yeah, he said Grand Rising.
On this wisdom cipher day, all being born to wisdom. I hope you had a great Juneteenth, as did I. I'm reporting live from my backyard right now.
Look at age. Yo, stop playing.
Some Jordans.
I went on
the
Black
Mexican's
TV,
name got him.
and some people were very happy about that. Some people were disappointed. I'm hearing that people made videos, showing their discontent and all of that. All I can say is my obligation is to
get money,
to civilize the uncivilized. Okay?
liar.
My job is not to preach to the choir.
Nigga, you don't have
And
a job.
many times you need to go where the uncivilized people are at. Now, originally, this whole Vlad boycott started because he didn't apologize to Minister Farrakhan. Well, fast forward 5 years later, he's apologized.
Oh, he did.
I know what I said about Mr. Godfrey. And yeah, I guess that looked bad. Me saying that about him and then changing my mind. But guess what? As a grown man, I have the right to change my mind. Once certain more information comes into play about certain things that I'm not going to get into the full specifics of, but I have more clarity on the situation as a whole.
Yeah, he sound
And
like a
that's the
scammer.
decision I decided to do when looking at the big picture.
Yo, can we
So
stop this shit? Who cares?
anyone who's a true supporter of me, who actually subscribes to my channel, who actually
End this shit.
donates
No, hold on.
regularly and gives super chats. If I disappointed you, pardon me. I love you, and pardon me. Anybody else, y'all are just white noise. Okay? But love to all of y'all. Yeah. Listen, mission was accomplished. We wanted Vlad to apologize, and he apologized. Okay? So that being said, we did the boycott on Vlad. Y'all didn't
We end
support
this.
it. You know what I mean? People were still going up to Vlad. People were still watching his videos. The man got 6.1 million subscribers on YouTube. I have 174,000. I need to go where my message will be proliferated to the masses. I need to be the voice of reason in unreasonable times, and that.
Thank you.
Yeah, so it just sounds like he's making excuses for his decision because he
He ain't
probably
making
needed more money.
excuses. He's just a fucking saying shit. He's fucking a bunch of word salad that sounds like he understands and knows what he's talking about. I'm tired of these motherfucking false ass prophets telling everybody what they
The
know.
word way the hell out of context.
Bullshit.
That's excuses.
Using the words way the hell out of context, man.
Way out of context, bro. That
Like,
motherfucker was just word salad. That was bullshit.
I mean, that's why I let it play, because at the end of the day, what he said at the end was the main. He got 6 million subscribers.
Thank
I
you,
got
Leo.
100,000.
That's what I paid
At the
attention
end of the day,
yep,
It's money. Like I said from the beginning, money. I need. You remember that nigga from back in the day in BT? I need money.
Yo, you know what I thought about the whole time he was talking? I thought about Scarface when Scarface met Sosa and he told Sosa.
Hey, let me ask you a question though. Check this. I know what you're thinking, but in the beginning, he
Wait.
said that
What do you think I was
that was
thinking?
his.
What do you think I was thinking about? What
Can
line
we
you think I
stop
was thinking
cutting each
about?
other off? Nigga, finish your shit.
Go ahead, Corey. Finish, and then you follow up.
When Tony told Sosa, he said, "I got two things in this world. I got my word and my balls, and I don't break either one for anybody." Lord Jamar just did the opposite of what Tony said. Tony stood on his word. Lord Jamar broke his word and his balls for Vlad. I'm gonna mute my line.
Go ahead,
I'm just tripping because I did. First of all, where in New York, isn't that nigga from New York? Where do they have pools and trees that he's in the backyard at? Is
He
that
from
his
like Mount
house?
Vernon. He
No,
from like
nigga, what you think? Vlad paid for that.
And I'm sure that wasn't even in Mount Vernon. I'm sure that he was in L.A.
But
talking
why?
his
But
shit.
my question is, why would you think he was doing this in Mount Vernon?
That's what he
I didn't
from.
think he was. He said he was in his house. He said he was in his house. I didn't think that nigga, you don't got a pool. You ain't got that. I think
How
that
you know what he
I'm
got
with you.
though?
You're right, Troy.
Nah,
I
he's
think he
saying
bought
that
it
there's
for him.
no backyards like
He
that in
over
New
at the
York.
Airbnb doing this review, doing this fucking video. He
Wait,
at the
why can't he be in Mount
Airbnb
Vernon? Why can't he be in Mount Vernon, though, Unc? Why can't he be in Mount Vernon
because
anyway?
I don't
Nigga,
think
Mount Vernon don't have
did that
palm
look
trees,
like Mount
nigga.
Vernon. That nigga had on a t-shirt. When the
Wait, there was
last time
palm
they
trees in that
wear
video?
tankers and
Yes,
when the last
You
time
ain't
they
see
wear
that shit,
tankers in
yes, he
fucking
had palm
Mount
nigga.
trees.
Vernon?
Where
It
where in
ain't
Mount
nice in
Vernon?
Mount
Where
Vernon.
in
It's
Mount Vernon
cold
do you
in
see a
Mount
fucking
Vernon.
beach and
Y'all
fucking
niggas
sand,
need
nigga?
jackets
I,
all year round in Mount Vernon. Nah,
I,
I don't want to hear that
I ain't gonna
shit.
hold you.
Show
I
It's
had a little
me,
bit to drink
cold.
tonight.
Ain't
show
no
I
me
ain't
a
even see no
place.
summer in
palm
Mount
trees.
Show
Vernon.
me a place in
Y'all
Mount
got
Vernon that
fall and
has a
spring,
beach
nigga.
and
Y'all
fucking
got fall and
sun
spring.
and sand, nigga.
Stop trying to updo the upstate New York. It's
That was
cold up
hey,
there.
that was tropical
Damn,
sunshine.
Unc, that's dirty.
It's cold
Damn,
up
Nigga,
there.
show me
damn,
where in
that's
fucking Mount
filthy.
Vernon you could get fucking coconut water, nigga.
That
Bro,
was
So I'm
tropical
saying,
sunshine, my nigga.
where
That
are
was
you
not New York
sitting there
sunshine.
chilling like that?
bro, he could have been at a
Exactly.
Caribbean festival or something in
A
Mount Vernon.
Yo,
Caribbean. He said it
show
was
me
his
somewhere in Mount
backyard. It
Vernon.
was his backyard. That's
Show
what
me
he
somewhere in
said.
Mount Vernon that you can see a Jamaican cutting a fucking coconut, nigga.
Bro, he wasn't. That wasn't on the screen, was it? I'm looking
On to
for
the
that
fence.
shit.
Oh
Being
man.
a country singer, if you are a singer in country music, you're a man. If you are not married, it is not respected.
What?
What?
Family is respected in country music in that space. But in our space, we are singing about side chicks. We are singing
What the
about,
fuck
we are
is this?
glorifying a lot of women. That's not what happens in Nashville. You can't call a woman a bitch a hoe in Nashville because they'll never even listen to your music
That's a
and your
lie.
professional career will suffer.
Yeah, you sitting there with this
At what
green
point
dress
in
on
the
talking
black
about we can.
community
What?
do our men create real homes?
What?
And even
Yo,
talking,
was
just
this an
our first time
academic
Nigga, what
talking,
the
question?
fuck
you
did you
said you
just
didn't
play?
even mean for
What
that
is
to
this?
happen. Life happens.
This
I'm
was an
not here to
academic
judge
question.
life. I'm looking at a successful black man that has the ability to literally turn the narrative on black family, you know? And
No,
my
what the fuck is this?
grandfather, I watched my uncles and everything. My whole family, they're married. I'm not the girl who didn't see what a man creating a black family is supposed to be. So I'm asking right now, black men, I got to turn my black men to really step up for black women and create families.
Skip.
Get a Corey.
Fucking
Get
what the
a
hell
Wait,
are
Corey.
we?
wait, wait, yeah,
What is
wait, wait, wait,
going
wait.
Get a Corey.
No, I'm
on,
gonna be.
man?
Y'all cook first. No, I got questions for that whore, bro. How many kids she got?
I don't know. I don't think she got none.
Her
You don't
pussy,
think her titties is sagging? She got
her
kids.
her womb is so polluted. She can't even have a kid, man. It's
And then
crazy.
she crying. What are you crying about? A black man don't have. Well, you want to know something? 85% of the time, the reason why a man doesn't have a woman because a woman don't want to be with that man. So what the fuck is this question? What was
I,
she
I
doing?
be honest with you, I ain't listening to none of that shit. All I heard was
Word
ski.
up, Troy. Hell yeah. Fuck no. Get out of here. Shut up.
That was Kate
Whiny
Michelle,
hoe.
right? That
Yep.
was Kate Michelle.
That's all
I
I
want to
heard.
know.
The
I
whole
want
the
to
whole
know.
interview, all I heard was ski.
Did she get up and show her ass one time? Did she still got that BBL?
Nah,
Because
she got rid of it. She took it out years ago.
Wait, who we
why
are
did
talking about?
why did
That
she
was
take it
K
out,
Michelle.
Jane? Why'd she take it out? Because she thought it was a bad decision.
Yo, Corey, I was about to say something in the show, but it's recorded, so I don't want
Yeah.
nobody playing the shit back.
Uh-huh.
So I'll
I got a
call you
question.
later, bro.
I got a question though, Jay.
What
Why
up?
did she get rid of the BBL?
I don't know.
Okay, she got rid of BBL because it was a bad decision, apparently, right?
This is true.
A lot of these women have a tendency of making a history of bad decisions. Now, if you look at this here, what it says in 2021, approximately 34.4% of black men were married compared to 28.6% of black women. However, a significant portion of black adults, including men, have never been married. In 2021, over 51% of black men had never been married. 51. So that means this here. Check this out. When you look at 76% or 77% of black women who are single moms versus the 50% of black men who are single dads, that means again there's one small pool of black dudes fucking a large pool of women. They're recycling dick. They're all getting dick from the same niggas. They're having babies by the same niggas. So you're seeing a conglomerate of people coming together collectively making bad, fucked up life decisions.
It contradicts her narrative that black men are not creating or just making babies out here, not creating black families.
It does.
It contradicts what she said.
Bro, Leo, you right, bro. You see, bro, we posted reports in the man cave about how black men are the most involved in their children's life out of every racial demographic.
That's
There
a
are
fact.
actual
That's a
reports
fact.
that talk
That's
about
a
that.
fact.
So when they have these reports come out, and I hear K. Michelle, we're a goofy, dumbass, bad single, a bad decision making. I'm giving my pussy to whoever I want to give it to because I didn't do my research first before I spread my legs. Ass looking bitch, right? Talking to what shit she's talking, it makes me laugh because, like, yo, when we think about it, right? Me and my boy the cars had this talk. The last bastion of protection of the womb is the female. It's not the male, it's the female. Before we get to enter their coochies or their bodies, we have to get consent. If we don't get consent, it's called rape. So that means most of the situations you see in terms of like sexual situations aren't rape. I say about 98% of situations aren't rape. You're having people connect with each other and they're fucking, right? Why, oh, why can't these women who are the last protection of their wombs make better decisions than the niggas they choose? And then when they choose fucked up niggas, they go on podcasts like that saying, black men is this and black men is that. No, bitch, you chose wrong. You chose wrong.
Exactly.
You
walk
can't
past
tell
a
them that
good
though.
nigga 13 times a day, but you want
You
to
can't tell them that though. That's the
Huh?
difference. You can't tell them that.
They won't listen. They can't. They
You can't tell them they chose wrong.
You can tell them that.
You can tell them they
Because it's
just
the
You
won't
truth.
can,
listen.
but you know what I mean. You can, but you can't.
While statistics vary, research indicates that a significant percentage of black men are married and actively involved in raising their children. Black fathers are more likely to live with their children compared to fathers of other racial groups. Additionally, black fathers demonstrate high levels of engagement in various nurturing and involvement activities with their children. So again, it totally contradicts her. That's why I fuck with the white man, because they take care of their family better. That shit is straight bullshit.
She's on some dumb shit, bro,
Like,
and she's making
factually,
us
that
look
shit is
bad.
just bullshit.
She's making us look bad. No, honestly, when I heard her talk, you know how I heard her. You know, I'm gonna tell you the truth, bro. You know how I heard her talk when she was talking. I loves me some white mans. Ooh, massa. Ooh. I do it. I tap dance for your daddy. That's how I heard her. Everything she said sound like a slave.
But you know what? There's a lot like that though. That's the sad part.
Listen, just because you think the grass is green on the other side of the fence don't necessarily means it is. A lot of times, unfortunately, they gotta get pushed into they jump out the fire pan straight into the fire and find out it ain't sweet on the other side. You know what I mean?
Jay,
But
can I ask you a question? Yo, K.
what up?
Michelle is a singer, right? She's a singer person. She's
Yeah.
like I bet you that bitch ain't got no grass. I bet she live in a park. She ain't got no grass. That bitch ain't seen no grass.
Nah.
Yo, this thing is
She ain't never seen no grass, bro. That bitch don't live in no
If
house.
it's me, I'm going
She
to
an apartment.
jail.
She an
At least
apartment
you
hoe.
I
talking
bet.
about she ain't
She
seen
Yo,
used to
no
this.
grass, and then
Yo,
meet
did you
and
hear
with
what this nigga
niggas. She don't do
said?
the whole
He
meet.
said, "I bet she got." Yo, he took
no
your
grass,
metaphor and
Troy.
switched it. He said, "I
She
bet
ain't
she
got
has
no
no
grass.
fucking grass."
No
This nigga,
grass, Troy.
this nigga Corey
I'm
is
getting
stupid as
kicked off
fuck,
the
bro.
show,
Grass is
I
but
got
green.
it. Yo, we
Corey
got
is
it. Yo.
being
Of
he,
course it's
he's
green on the other
loved.
side, bitch. You in concrete.
Corey is
You
loved.
surrounded by concrete.
I mean, it's not only her. That's a big false narrative.
Nah, that's a big narrative.
Yo, did y'all understand what Corey just said? Corey basically said she didn't make it to the other side. She ain't got no fucking grass.
She ain't got no grass. She in concrete, bro. She in an apartment building right now, living her best life as a singer.
I mean, statistics prove that too. She talking about, oh, the white man this, the white man that, and like what we showed before. Like the black man was the most involved father out of all nationalities, and then it shows like the black girls be like, oh, that's why I date outside my race. But the statistics show less than 1% of these niggas is marrying them.
Yeah,
bro, she not Khalees, bro. Khalees took Nas money and made a fucking farm.
But she's single too, though.
No, but you see the difference though. Corey says she ain't got no grass, right?
Ain't no grass.
But Khalees,
He got a kind of farm.
Khalees got a whole fucking farm, nigga.
and she's still by herself, growing.
She got,
growing
not only did
strawberries and
Khalees get a farm, not only did Khalees get a farm out of Nas, she looked fucking better now.
I ain't gonna hold you, bro. She kind of shaped the
She
stroke.
does.
Yo,
Stroke nowadays, bro.
yo, she upgraded herself.
Yeah, she did.
That's crazy.
So why
But
can't Kate Michelle? Oh, you know why? Because she probably wasted her coochie on like up and comers like Jacquees is like.
Nah,
She's been fucking Usher and stuff.
Khalees went up a room quick. Fucking K Michelle was dibbling and dabbling with niggas that wasn't getting her that grass.
They weren't popping. She fucking around with Jacquees and Lloyd and like the niggas that got minor hits. You ain't gonna get no out your apartment building with them niggas.
Because none of them niggas had a backyard, nigga. The niggas didn't have no grass.
They don't have no backyard catalog. Pause. Niggas ain't got backyard catalog.
We've been on here for about 2.5 hours, y'all.
Them niggas
You
had
know what I mean?
yo, look at Jamal trying to get the fuck off. Nigga, stop. Yo, nigga, Jamal be like, yo, Jamal be like, yo, I gotta wake up in the morning, nigga. I got time for this shit.
Jay, you know who got backyard catalogs? Pause. The OJs, Earth, Wind and Fire, Usher, Michael Jackson, Prince. You know what I'm saying? She fucking Jacquees.
Yo, I can't. I love how Jay get on. Jay be quiet for a minute, and he be like, "Yo, yeah, we've been on for like 2 hours."
Wait, who else you think K Michelle fucking? What other R&B stars is like?
And look, and Corey just keep going about Kate Michelle.
No, she fucking Jacquees and Leon Thomas.
Corey.
They go back up your backyard with the mud.
But yo, Corey.
This is why nobody fuck her.
We've been on for like 2 hours.
What the hell is that, Leo?
That's one of her album covers.
That's her album cover?
One of them shit.
Cover.
Wait, I just want to know why Kate Michelle is famous, yo. What is she famous for?
Wait, hear me out, fellas.
She's a singer. She's a
Hear me
singer.
out. That
okay, let me repeat that,
that's
Jay.
not a
What
bad
is
album
she
cover.
famous for, though?
This album cover, bro. This album cover is amazing.
Music, nigga. What the fuck you
That
talking
album
about?
cover is
Music.
trash.
No, it's not. I like them roses. Right,
Bruh, first of
I ain't
all,
gonna front.
her
I do
ass is
too, bro.
lumpy.
I like those two.
She don't got them. She don't got them buns no more though. She took them shits out.
Motherfuckers fell out. Remember, she was doing that video on one went floop. The other one went bloop.
Oh yeah,
Wait,
right.
she ain't got no acid on her.
Didn't she almost die behind that shit?
Who?
Yeah.
I think she almost died behind.
She almost died on that shit. Let me
Yeah, I think one of them started.
Girl, what almost killed you? A flat ass.
Yo, Jamal.
We've been on for 3 hours.
Yo, we've been on for like 2 hours and 38
No, I'm about
minutes.
to listen. I'm about to just log off and let y'all finish the show.
Go ahead. Wrap this shit up.
That's it.
Wrap it up, God.
Jamal, we've been on for like 2 hours.
I've been fighting
That is
sleep like
crazy.
a mug.
Push the button.
Now we've been on here for a minute. I got a question though before y'all leave though. Have any of y'all fucked with a girl with a BBL?
No.
Okay, Corey, call me after the show, bro.
I'm gonna call you after the show, bro. We gotta talk. I'm calling you after the show.
Yeah, you gotta call me after this show. Some shit happened today. I gotta call you. You gotta talk to me after this show, bro.
Nigga pounding on silicone.
I was thinking about it, but Corey,
I heard they stink, bro.
see, I can't talk on
I heard, nah, bro. I heard they
why
stink.
Jamal left the screen?
I heard BBL bitches stink, bro. I heard there's like dead.
Yo, like I said, call me after this shit, bro.
Listen, yo, like I said, everybody, man, it's been a while since we had the full
That
crew
shit
on.
smell like coffee you left in the mug overnight.
Yeah, dude. Somebody told me it smelled like sugary onion. How your ass smell like sugary onion? You a nasty bitch. If you smell like a sugary onion, how is the onion sugary?
Leftover White Castle. That shit smell like leftover White Castle onion.
Yo,
like marinara and marshmallow.
The hell?
Yo, we gotta go because I just read the messages and fucking Jay was like at 1:15. Jay was like, "I'm about to wrap up the show."
Listen, it's been a wonderful show, man. I need y'all to do me a favor. Make sure that y'all spin the block and come back on Monday when we got D Ricker Presents Moment with Unc at 9:30. You know, on Thursdays we got the MLB Weekly Rundown with Nate the Great at the same time, 9:30 p.m. Tuesday we should be having our first inaugural show with authors health and wellness, weekly workout tips and stuff like that to keep you healthy, fly, and fit. Before we get up out of here though, man, let's do the quick rundown. Yo, Leo, what you got for the people tonight?
Leave them BBL buns alone.
All right. Hey, what you got for the people?
Try your best every day because eventually it all ends.
Yo, Troy, what you got for the folks?
I want to see if that BBL shit is true.
You want
Yo, Corey, what you got for the people?
Yo, if you ever want to get revenge on a nigga, play baseball. That game I watched the other night was fire. Play baseball. Get your revenge, nigga. It was crazy.
Yo, what you got for the people?
Unc sleep.
I ain't sleep. Live long and prosper, motherfucker. Live long and prosper.
Unc is high.
Yo, all right, what you got for the people, yo?
His eyes.
As always, keep God first. Everything else will follow.
Yo, I'm gonna tell you right now, Uncle Arthur was like, they didn't know how to follow up because like these niggas are stupid as fuck. That's what they was thinking.
Listen, I just want to say, yo,
I can tell you that right now. Uncle Arthur was like, these niggas was fucking retarded. And I don't know what to say right now. So I'm gonna keep it the same. Oh shit.
Look,
yo,
we've been on here for 2 hours. We appreciate y'all.
Nigga, 3 hours.
Next week, yo.
Yeah, boy.